It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Figaro Lapiu. Are you like me? Do you love to eat, but sometimes your food does not love you back? Oh my, that is quite unpleasant, is it not? Here at the Frigamall Industries, we have developed a pill that will take the stink out of... Of course, we cannot muffle the noise, but we can eliminate that embarrassing, eye-watering, wallpaper-peeling aroma. You will still hear but the aroma will be a designer fragrance chosen especially for you. We have country pine, potpourri, musk, and my personal favorite, sea breeze. Feels mist on your face. We call this modern miracle pill flatulante.
Flatulante, go ahead and toot. Flatulante, the air you won't pollute. You're pulling your own finger cause you want to cut the cheese.
Now you're breaking wind so much your ass gives off a breeze. Flatulante, in the restaurant or in the bedroom?
Get under the covers, honey. I want to do a Dutch oven.
Oh, I hate that. Is that lemon?
No, it's Flatulante's new citrus celebration.
You're so romantic.
If you eat some tuna fish on a croissante and you start farting like a circus elephant, as your friends begin to sniff, they'll savor every whiff. They're grateful that you're using Flatulante.
Flatulante for your derriere. When you fart, it freshens up the air. So when you make a stinky, don't be worried that it reeks.
It's as if perfume is blasting out your cheeks.
Flatulante, a product of Frigamall Industries, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. Chrissy Lee became a mafia wife.
I don't even get that.
We saw her last. Mafia wives, and they wear matching sweatsuits when they go on planes.
Oh, okay, I got
That's what. Look, stand up so Tom can see your ace and your pants. See?
Oh, yeah, that's a
Sweatsuit.
relaxed, very relaxed. Because you've been dressing up lately.
Tony, I want a whole can of
It's
Coke.
very monk chic.
I thought I was doing the flash dance thing.
Oh, yeah.
with the shoulders.
Yeah.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Dressed the same way with the shirt off the shoulders.
I love
That's
that, Pat.
interesting.
Yeah, I follow Christie's
Nice.
style of fashion.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Chick. Yeah, Christy, that has the kind of, that revealing shoulder thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's a little hint of flesh.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that supposed to be alluring?
I don't know. I mean,
turn on, if you will.
It kind of looks like you're at doing a workout.
Yeah, this is workout clothes. This is from, what's Goldie Hawn's daughter's name? Kate Hudson's line.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
that she's
All
got
right.
out there. So, yeah, I had
Fabletics?
Fabletics.
Remember when
Very
actors
good.
were actually just actors? You didn't see Bogart coming out. Well,
Bogart. Yeah, he's,
So you have a side
let me
hustle.
tell you, if he could have got
see this hat?
a deal from Jim Beam,
Or Paul.
yeah, would have gotten it.
Maybe they did. Maybe I'm just not aware of it. But I mean, did Jack Webb have his own line?
Jack Webb, Humphrey Bogart.
I'm talking about old
At least
school
I say
Hollywood.
Kate Hudson. Everybody knows her.
Any actor in this century.
Well, no, that's the whole point of my argument here, Josh.
Right.
Try to explain it. I'm saying, what's his name? Clooney has a vodka and
Right. Everybody has something.
law firm or whatever the hell he has.
Do you know we're
Matthew McConaughey does cars.
Yeah.
we're 25% into this century, and you still don't know any famous people
Sure, I
from
do.
this century.
No, I'm just saying. It just
Other
seems
than
that,
Dua Lipa.
That's because he has children that listen to the radio.
Dua Lipa, underpants from her, get that whale's tail.
Whale's tail.
Butt floss. One hot mama. I'm sorry. The
Well,
point
no, I
is,
had to work out. I have to work out before our little
Oh,
soiree
soiree.
today, and so I had to wear something that would carry over.
Yeah,
so I
but
thought-
my point is different. It's not. I mean, obviously there were actors that would do commercials for things back in the day, but now they own these companies.
Yeah. Yeah, Kate Hudson does very well.
Just seems a little bit different. That's all.
No, they're more savvy about where the money goes. That's all. Yeah.
They are.
I mean, like Fred McMurray didn't have a line of shoes.
So silly.
And what about Dwayne Hickman? Where's his money?
Who's Dwayne Hickman?
Dobie Gillis. He's sadly he's gone.
Okay. What about Bob Denver? He should
I
have
know
sold
who he is. Gilligan.
Maybe those
red
hats.
rugby shirts. Come on.
Yeah.
He brought those in single-handedly.
Oh, yeah, he should have sold marijuana.
He did like
Well,
the
at
dope.
the time.
He was a big smoking guy.
There's nothing funnier than Bob Denver being high at 8 a.m. Eastern time while bowling on the radio
Which
show.
we experienced, Josh.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, how odd.
High AF.
Yeah. Odd.
Very odd.
Was he nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great. He was high. He didn't care.
yeah. I'm not sure if he knew what country he
I
was
don't know if he,
in. You know, poor guy. The next person that calls me Gilligan, I'm going to shoot.
He was the first guy who told me that the stuff that they're smoking now is, even the bad stuff is unbelievably
Oh, really?
great. Yeah, I guess. You can't just have, you can't do a couple of Percocets and have a joint and have a nice evening. You just
Jeez.
Boy, that's a hell of a night.
hey, you guys party the way you want to. I'll party the way I want to.
They're very tasty.
Now, do we know which celebrity marijuana company does the most business?
I'd guess Tyson probably.
Or
No?
Snoop.
Snoop or Tyson.
Does the Bob Marley estate have one, I assume?
Bob Marley has like sound gear. He has like Bluetooth speakers and turntables.
I read that he's the most successful dead
Very
person, that he makes more than Michael Jackson. I don't know if that's
Some of the
Really?
NBA players are doing it very well. Former.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Most
Isn't
successful.
LeBron an investor in Beats or something? Or is that right?
Yeah, well, in any event,
You love Beats, right?
the headphones, they're terrible. If you buy those, you're just following fashion.
That's right.
They have no basis. Any sound engineer will tell you that they're not.
Just
not
do
any good.
the test yourself. You don't believe me? Get Raycons and then go out and buy those other ones. See what happens.
Looks like Lil Wayne has the best, I guess.
Wayno.
I can't believe that's just in California.
Okay, well, now coming up on today's show, we have news for Josh about the Loch Ness Monster. I think you're going to like this one, John.
What's old Nessie up to?
As you would say, very compelling evidence.
We also have dog news, one of my favorite topics. I'll give you one little tidbit from this story. 60% of dog owners frown on the idea of using strollers for their dogs.
I know quite a few people have strollers for their dogs.
I find that hilarious when I see that.
You know, I don't use a stroller for my dog, but the Golden would not have a problem with it whatsoever.
Wouldn't it be hilarious?
If I pushed her around in a stroller.
An 80-pound golden retriever in a
She'd
stroller.
love it. There's an ad today on, you know how you see ads for, sports, whatever you're into, Instagram
Right.
seems to know,
Oh, yeah.
so they put it in your timeline. This popped up in my timeline today. It's a picture of a dog, a golden retriever, in a suit and tie with a pair of glasses on, and he's shot in profile like this, and it's Fido Bona. He's a lawyer, a dog lawyer, and the ad says, "Did your human break a treat in half and try to pass it off as a whole treat? You may be entitled to compensation."
Oh, that's hilarious.
You
Can we share
sue
that?
your owner. Yeah.
And I want to say hi to Bailey, Tucker, Capitan, and Cooper.
Who are they?
They're loyal Bob and Tom listeners. They also happen to be golden retrievers.
Oh, of course.
And there's a picture.
sweeties.
They sent me this picture of this guy's. He's got an Excursion, which is like a suburban kind of huge. What is that?
It's a big Ford.
Yeah.
Big Ford.
And in the back are 4 golden retrievers looking at him, going, "Hi." But he points out that they're regular listeners to the show. So thank you very much.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could maintain the stress?
Oh, look at that.
Maintain the stress level of your dogs, because they're ready. They're up for anything all the time, and everything's chill.
Yeah, you could take all your clothes off, Josh. Get in the car with a golden retriever, go to the mall, start walking around with them. And he wouldn't think, we're at the mall.
No, they probably wouldn't be too.
Now the
baffled.
policeman.
Yeah.
We had an incident yesterday. My dogs had their annual checkups, where they have to get their shots and all.
Did you say anal checkup?
Annual. Well, that's where we're going.
Okay.
And they recommend that you do blood work every couple years or whatever. So they took the little one, Frankie, who's already a Spitfire, back to get her blood work, and they brought her back. And apparently, while they were giving her blood work, she expressed her anal glands on her own, and it was the worst smelling. I literally had to go home and give her a bath. It was so bad. And the woman goes, "I am so sorry, ma'am." She goes, "She did this on her own." I know I scared it out of her, I guess.
I have not had that happen in all the years I've only.
I had never had that happen.
Like the 20 years of dog ownership, no one's crapped in the car.
Well, she didn't. It's just,
knock wood.
It's just an.
Have you ever had that happen?
I haven't had that happen.
My new puppy vomited in my console on the way back.
In the console?
Oh, yeah. It took me an hour to clean it out. Had to get Q-tips and all kinds of
Sure. Got to detail it. Yeah.
But
I don't know what that anal gland thing is, but it is awful. What's the point of those things?
I'm sure that
There's
God
some sort
intended
of-
Is that
it
what
to do
dogs
something.
smell when they smell each other? maybe?
Lubrication going on there.
But speaking of anals, we have
Anals?
anal things, all things anal.
Uh-huh.
We have a rather unusual news story about, quote, unnecessary rectal exams.
Oh.
Not sure what that's all about, but there's a doctor in trouble.
Is there something about
somebody liked it.
jacking the fees up?
I'm not sure. I think there might have been some jacking going on. Whole lot of jacking going on.
Come on.
We'll find out what that's all about coming up today. Also, we have some sporting news from Chick McGee over there at the Dude Wipe Sports Desk.
Are you ready for football? It's coming this weekend. College football, baby. It starts for realsies.
And in Ireland?
Dublin, Ireland, yeah.
What's that all about?
I don't know. It kind of made sense last year because the Irish were Notre Dame was playing, but now you know the storied history in Ireland of Florida State and Georgia Tech. You know they go way back. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Notre Dame, sad news yesterday. Phil Donahue has died.
At the age of 88.
Notre Dame graduate. We have a tribute to him.
It's always the spouse. You want to look to her.
We have a
Marlo Thomas did not kill her husband.
we have a tribute
Even dares.
of all things to Phil Donahue when we come back.
Oh, nice.
Raycon everyday earbuds. We were just talking about those seconds ago. Raycon best-selling everyday earbuds have been upgraded. I'll take the upgrade. Now with Raycons, you get active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity. It lets you pair with two devices at once, plus quick charge function. 10 minutes of charging yields 90 minutes of battery. How many times you grabbed your earbuds and, I don't have much juice left? Well, 10 minutes charge, all you need for an hour and a half of listening pleasure. The ergonomic design of Raycons and the optimized gel tips fit the widest range of ears. I say every ear ever made. A cozy custom fit and vibrant new colors on Raycon's everyday earbuds. Blush violet, classic black, forest green, royal blue, and Raycon does have a 30-day happiness guarantee. So go to buyraycon.com/Tom. Get 20 to 40% off site-wide. That's right. You get up to 40% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. They're the best, by the way. They cost about half as much, and they're twice as good. That's an interesting math problem that I can't do. We have a bunch of cool stuff coming up today, including, we never got to this one, couples therapy, and an unusual event that took place with a couple. And when we come back, a little Phil Donahue tribute. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Padres 2-1, bottom of the seventh. Why did it stop?
Are you watching
check local
baseball
listing.
right
Hang in,
now?
I've got to put my.
Not check local listings. That's the game.
That's the Major League
the
Baseball
status of-
opening game in Seoul, South Korea.
Hey, if you listen to a rebroadcast of the show, that information is very,
I see.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've
reality.
thrown me into a tizzy. I'm listening to a podcast. I don't know what day it is. They just said the Dodgers, the Padres were playing. How am I supposed to figure this out?
I'll explain time zones to you later, Gilligan.
Oh, God, you're an idiot.
Yesterday,
Podcasts can be
Go on.
Just podcasts.
Yeah, you're
Yesterday, you were talking about S&H green stamps.
We're right at the end.
Writes Jack.
Hog off?
I was watching a rerun of Hollywood Squares. One of the prizes they offered in the secret square was 1 million S&H green stamps.
Whoa!
Valued at $2,500.
When did this happen?
I'll get you a jacket.
God, I hope they were already in the books.
Could you imagine?
I'm confused, though. Did you say that these S&H green stamps now they're worth $2,500? That's what you said, right?
No, it said...
I have no concept of time or where I am on the planet. You have to talk slow. I rely on my radio show to inform me where I am and what day it is.
I mean,
do you want a sample?
where no one knows
You want
you.
a different mic so you can stand up?
I want to stand because I mean this is a real.
Well, you can turn that up into a standing mic if you
can take that out of the
desire.
socket there.
Oh, if I can hold it.
Oh, look out!
Wait a minute. Just take the whole thing out of the stand.
Yeah, you can take it out if you.
There we go.
Going and
I'm feeling good.
Hey, Chickster, how's it going over there?
We have a 30 second snippet of the music. Does this music start? Are you aware of where this starts? Do you have enough intro and
me and old Dino practiced it once or twice, so we might be able to figure it out.
All right, well,
we'll see.
I'm going to have to ride the volume here, make sure I get it right. Ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Here we go.
Boy.
No one can hold you down if you really want it. Just steal your destiny right from the hands of fate. Reach for the cup of life because your name is on it. Do you really want it? Do you really want it? 2-E-O.
Vida loca.
Go.
Living La Vida Loca.
Idiots. It's a lay.
Oh, it sounds just like living La Vida Loca.
It sounds just like living La Vida Loca.
Perhaps our arguments were with Ricky Martin, not even with you. I think maybe.
Okay.
I've never been more disappointed.
So what are we're supposed to go? Ole.
Yes, guys, come on. This is a give and take song.
Let's try it again.
Just steal your destiny right from the hands of fate. Reach for the cup of life because your name is on it. Do you really want it?
Right.
Do you really want it?
Yeah.
2-E-O.
Ole.
No. Tonight's the night. We're gonna celebrate the cup of life.
Ole.
Now, wait a minute. In our defense, it's living La Vida Loca, only redone.
Yeah, it is for the most part.
That is very judgmental of you.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, it does sound very similar.
Sounds very similar.
I do love the song "Living La Vida Loca." I will say that.
Do you do that one?
It's a great song.
I don't do that one because it's not as much fun with the audience.
Okay, now Pat is going to remove her wig. Go ahead, Pat. Can you see it? We're taking a little video.
Well, let Miss Pat put a hat on.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you yanked it right off. There
is that clipped on? Oh no, you've got like a yarmulke. Wait a minute.
That's a skull cap to hold the wig on.
Looks kind of like
so
a yarmulke.
it don't fly off in the wing, Tom.
See, we're already down to the skull on your head, so we don't give you a skull cap.
Miss Pat is now going to place her wig on my head.
Go.
That's really tight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, geez.
Let me do it. Don't mess up my wig, Tom.
You've got a giant melon.
Are you supposed
Tom.
to cover my
no
ears?
Idea.
Yeah, for a minute. Wait a minute, Tom. I got this.
Ow! Jeez.
Let the listeners know out there that there are about 30 cameras right now.
You're really hurting my ear.
Let me make sure it's styled right.
Trained on Tom.
Do I have bangs? I just want to have.
You look like Weird Al Yankovic.
Chick, describe how do I look? I can't see.
You have a very dark, curly-haired wig on your head, and with your pale skin, you kind of look like
Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Not Denzel?
No.
Not Denzel in Flight?
You're a little too light.
You remind me of Tommy Lee
Just
Jones.
because you have
Lincoln.
dark hair does not make you a black man.
Absolutely.
The 13th Amendment will.
Didn't Tommy Lee Jones have the black wife?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
You're giving Don't give away the movie. movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they go already won the Oscar. You sure do, Tom. You need a sister in your bedroom, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
I have to.
That's what you need.
I was
Tom.
hoping for Denzel, and I've got.
You look like,
You don't look like
you
Denzel.
look like a slave owner.
Christy hit it on the nose. You do look like Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Did you hear what she just said?
No.
He looked like a slave owner.
I look like a slave owner.
That don't work for me today, Tom.
Oh, yes. Look at that.
It'd be very uncomfortable.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
As far as I know, that. Never mind. We'll just move forward.
Miss Pat could be your Sally Hemings. How about that?
Children, I have to say. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy and Pat and Josh and Ace, and I'm Chick at the Dude Wipe Sports Desk. If you're still using TP, dump that roll because wet cleans better than dry. That's just good science. Try Dude Wipes for the best clean, pants down. Dude Wipes.
Thank you very much. Look, this just in.
Yeah?
Pat Godwin will be in Louisville Friday and Saturday night at the Caravan.
Looking forward to it.
Call for reservations. The man, the guitar, perhaps a special guest with him. I'm not saying who it might be.
You never know.
Should be some great shows with Patty G. We'll get a song out of Pat coming up in just a few minutes. But before we get to anything else.
Yep, that's right.
Wait, no, I promised. Remember, I promised we can do our Phil Donahue tribute?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
You know what this is?
Yes.
Okay.
We've only have one, I think.
Yeah. This goes back a ways. And you'll at the beginning, it doesn't really sound like a Phil Donahue tribute. But it eventually gets to one.
He's setting up the setup. Everyone be patient.
It's Todd Glass. Comedian Todd Glass is here with us. Now, are you married guy or single guy?
I am single. I am single right now. But every time somebody asks me what I look for in a girl, I think it sounds corny what I say, but I do want a girl with a good sense of humor. I think that's important.
Sure.
And most of the girls I go out with are more, I guess you would say, cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want a girl with a good sense of humor, but I'd also like her to be good looking too. I don't want like a 500-pound ape sitting around the house going, "Oh, you crack me up." Do the thing when you put the hand under your arm and make the fart sound. I love that. Oh, bring me another wheelbarrow full of Twinkies. You know what I think it is? And I'm not saying all women because I don't want to generalize, but I think in a relationship, women look down the road, which is positive, but some women look too far down the road. I mean, they can't just take that moment for what it is. Like, I'm at a bar, and I asked this girl to dance. You know, she's like, "Oh, dance? Oh, sure, I'd like to dance. And we're done dancing. Maybe you go over there. You'll buy me a drink. I'll buy you a drink. A week later, we'll start calling each other. We'll get our machines. Then you'll get me. Then I'll get you. Then we go out on a date, and our friends say we're perfect for each other. So we have our first kiss. Then we decide we're going to get engaged. We get engaged. We have a beautiful wedding. After the wedding, we get back from our wedding. We set up an apartment together. Then we have a beautiful apartment. You get a promotion. I get a promotion. Then we buy a big house. We have a house, white picket fence, dogs, 2 kids. Everything's going good. Then you're coming home from late at work. I go, "Why are you coming home late at work?" You go, "I'm in love with my secretary." "Oh, you're in love with secretary. You want me to tell the kids we're going to get divorced and they don't have a father anymore? Dance? I don't think so, you sick freak." I feel guilty. I didn't even do anything.
Wow. And dating life is tough out
I feel
there.
like Phil Donahue. And let's understand one thing here. They pay their taxes. They're part of the community, and let the kids do what they want here. And who are we to? We have a great show tomorrow. We have gay, homophobic, lesbian, nymphomaniac, hemophiliac, narcoleptic, transvestite, heterosexual strippers that are crack addicted that say they have the right to teach your children in Catholic school. And we'll be back. Kind of running out of topic. He's 30 and she's 31, and we'll talk about it. They say that he pet their cat in more than a friendly way, and Dr. Murray Needleman will tell us the danger to the cat.
Todd Glass is our guest. Talking about Phil Donahue.
Man, he sounded just like him.
Yeah.
That's a
You forget how good a Phil Donahue impersonation that is.
And Phil, his main show went off the air in '96.
Man, I love that
Whoa.
guy.
But he was considered the first of those guys to go into the audience.
Yeah. Bring the audience in. Yeah.
All the time. And
from Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah. I want to say the show went from Dayton to Chicago, then to New York, right?
I think so, yeah.
In any event, sadly, Phil Donahue has died. But, real pioneer in the daytime talk world. Now.
And he was married to the sweetest little gal, Marlo Thomas.
That's right.
My dad went to school with him.
With Phil Donahue?
Yeah. My dad graduated in 55, and Phil was 57, I think.
Did he know him?
Yeah, but he wasn't in the theater or anything. He was like a business major.
Phil was?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
Your father was a theater.
Yeah, theater with Regis Philbin. They were in plays together, yeah. Regis, I think, was 1 year older than my dad.
I see. Well, now we need to move forward here. We got a song coming from Pat in a few minutes. What have you got over there?
I've got this. Let's look back at yesterday. Things we learned. We know Tom's memories are not all of our memories. Please, Tom, keep this in mind. We need maybe that on a sign or something over your workstation. Just because you remember, who were you talking to? Humphrey Bogart doesn't mean everyone remembers Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, I would hope that.
Okay. I didn't care for Christie's sweater yesterday.
No.
Remember the big black stripes?
I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you.
Tom had a problem with explosive diarrhea over the weekend.
Yes.
So much so he could not go to a concert. Evidently,
You're all better now.
You had trouble.
Yeah, but you don't want to go to a concert with 30,000 people and know that in the middle of taking it to the street, you have to rush to the toilet. You know what I'm saying?
You'd like to go in the bathroom sink, too, even if there's...
with diarrhea?
Yeah. No. Or toilet or... No. As the British would say, a urinal is available. You still go in the sink.
I never either.
All right. That's not true.
Occasionally. Let's just...
Gardner Minshew has been named starting quarterback for the Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas Raiders. Oakland, Los Angeles. Tom can't... Evidently missing this frequency in his hearing when he shakes his sugar packets, although, of course, all of us and the listeners can hear you shaking your sugar packets. Are you going to try to cut that back?
Yeah, I have a certain gap in my hearing wearing headphones for all these years.
Josh is not a fan of the astronauts stuck on the International Space Station. What kind of people are we, Josh said yesterday. We're just horrible for leaving those people up there.
Well, we got to look-see at them.
Yeah. And you made fun of these poor people
So you think
all
it's
morning.
good they're off the Earth? Is
No.
that what you're saying?
We were talking about sex and space, and this so-called expert talked about the difficulties of sex and space.
Yes.
And it sounded like that his biggest problem with it was the cleanup, as I recall.
Because there would be fluids floating about the capsule if there's sex in space. Josh pointed out it would be lady juice. Lady juice.
What?
And Tom said, what's vaginal moisture? And Josh had to explain it to him. Because, of course, Tom wouldn't be aware of something like that going on in the female.
Insinuating that there's there's no...
I just thought of the difficulty with getting a woman to agree
foreplay
with sex in space is because if you're in space, you're closer to Uranus.
That's you had that.
Yeah, right up there.
Okay.
Greg Warren wore his Alaska hat yesterday, and he said he saw a whale breach at one point. Tom, during Greg's story, did not seem to care yesterday. Chick said that Christy's hair looks nice when you swoop it over. You need to do that.
Oh, yeah. I tried that once. It didn't, I don't know. I don't think it...
We heard about a woman with a ping pong ball in her. Her who has shot it across the room. Have you ever seen that happen?
No, I only on South Park, I think. I've never seen it in any.
Did they do it on South Park?
Yeah, on the movie. Yeah.
Was she surfing?
That's right.
Yes. She was put on a show.
Did you watch any of the Olympic ping pong?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
They got that sneaky serve. That doesn't seem like that should be legal. Where they put
the
it
under
in
the
their
arm,
armpit, and they just come at you. I don't know what they're.
Unbelievable.
What the hell are they doing?
The ping pong ball in the front naughty.
Yes.
They didn't say how it got in there, but they actually took the. I guess it was it wasn't a physician. It was a paramedic on site who tried to remove it, and they said that he hadn't been trained to do that and was therefore.
Well, I doubt there's much training in that area.
Yeah, and I said, can you imagine that day in medical school? All right, today we're going to talk about ping pong balls in the old.
I think she was trying to do a party trick.
That's when you said yesterday in a very loud voice, you should eat the ping pong ball out.
Yeah, you did.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Yes, you did.
Again, I was just upset that the story didn't describe what circumstance led to this particular situation where they had to call 911.
Well, sometimes it goes up in there, and you should tie a string to it or something.
Maybe
that's how stuff gets caught in the back door. It's a vacuum. It just sucks it right in, man.
Wouldn't a ping pong ball be full of germs?
Ugh. What?
If you're putting that inside your body, I think the last worry is...
there are many penises that are full of germs.
Many.
Yeah, but most penises have been rubbed on the floor when they they land in the cat box while you're playing ping pong. I mean, think how disgusting.
Ugh.
This is why beer pong is so great. Unless they're brand new balls you wipe with alcohol.
The last time I played beer pong, it was the first time I've ever seen this.
Yes.
It was a long time ago. They had a cleansing cup for the ping pong ball if we were playing outdoors. If it went on the ground, you could just dunk it in some water.
There you go.
Isn't that interesting?
I'm not sure that's enough of cleansing, but
well, I'm guessing you would say that, but you would never play beer pong under any circumstances.
That's correct.
I don't think probably. It's too much fun. You ever play any drinking games?
You ever have fun?
Like
lots of fun.
Like quarters or reverse? What's it where you pound on the table or something? You know that?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it played. I don't know what it is. And left, right, center. Have you ever done that?
No.
A little dice with CLR on it, and you got to drink.
Oh, I like left, right, center.
Yeah, left, right, center is
Oh,
good
we play
game.
that with money.
Oh, yeah.
Dollar bills. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So whatever the dice say, you pass the money to the next person?
Yes, and it goes in the pot.
Look at all this fun you're missing, Tom.
Yeah, I'm excited.
When's the last time you did a shot? And I'll share the last time I did a shot.
Recall.
You don't remember?
I don't really drink anymore.
The Bahamas, we had a tray of kamikazes.
Oh, you did?
Well, that was, 25
I
years
thought you
ago?
drank a shot recently for some reason.
I don't recall.
Maybe in here, did we try something?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I had a shot this morning. So. All right. That's the bracer.
Oh, sorry.
Just to get going.
What's your choice? What's your shot of choice?
Vodka right out of the refrigerator.
Oh,
and it's really not a shot. You just grab the bottle and...
Maybe more people would get vaccinated if they could do it that way.
Put the vaccine
put it in alcohol?
Yeah, hey, look, it's like a Jaeger bomb. Okay, well, I'll do it now. Science be damned, I'll do that.
I suddenly did an Italian accent yesterday, and it really caught on with Tom. He really loved it. You enjoyed it very much.
Yeah. And we have an excuse to do one today.
Is that right?
Yeah, coming up in the news. Yeah, we got... there was an unfortunate...
Yes.
I'm sorry, let me, by the way, restrain you. By the way, when you do it again, there are certain words you may want to avoid.
What are you talking about? I went through several, and that was the one I chose.
You hit the big one.
Is that the big one? No, that's not the big one.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't think so.
That's the big one.
No, if you think about it, the big one starts with a D. That's the one.
I don't know. It's a contest between the W and the D.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We talked with Joey Chestnut yesterday. It
was great.
He's still working with Impossible Foods. That's plant-based food.
Joey was really excited about this event coming up on Netflix on Labor Day.
Yes.
He's going to take on Mr. Kobayashi, and he said he and Kobayashi, they were on the Today Show, I guess, and Kobayashi won't get near him. He's angry.
Kobayashi's mad.
Yeah.
And Joey promises a world record.
There is a documentary about the two.
And there's some new rules. He wasn't too clear on it, but I guess they can't wet the buns down or something.
Well, he said there'll be less water.
Okay, yeah, that's what he... Okay. In any event.
Joey said on the documentary when he was a kid, he had to eat quickly because if he didn't, his father would eat his food. He said, I think that's where my competitive eating started to take
You gonna
over.
eat that? You gonna eat that?
Yeah.
You gonna eat that?
One of those dads. Dad of the year. Your dad did the same thing, didn't he? You hit you with a cane if you didn't eat your food real quick?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
We almost never ate out at restaurants, but when we did, my mother was telling me when I was a little boy, she would always order my first choice and then my second choice for herself.
So you would eat one or the other?
Yeah, I would not like it and have to switch.
Does everyone hear that?
Oh, yeah.
I heard it.
The way he was raised.
My mother loved me.
Little Lord Fauntleroy had his dinner.
Singled out. And Tommy, we need you to drop. You're going to be 13, so we need you to drop about 2 or 3 pounds. You're having your oil painting done this weekend. You need to look nice for that.
Josh, when you were a little boy, did you allow your food to touch?
I think so. Yeah, I wasn't one of those. I know some kids have a real phobia of that.
Yeah, I had to have the corn had to be over here, the mashed potatoes over here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know an adult who's that way.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will we have lunch with them today so we can watch?
No, not this
that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Got a big lunch coming up today. What else is happening over there?
That's it. As far as things we learned yesterday, we're all caught up.
We did have an Elvis story.
An Elvis story?
An Elvis story.
Yeah. About some lady who tried to claim that she somehow owned the Elvis Presley estate, Graceland, and was going to auction it off. It turned out to be a giant scam.
Yeah.
It's possible. That sounds like something
Lisa Marie would do.
A relative of Elvis would try to get away with.
Well, she claimed that it was one of those Nigerian identity thieves. It's a
That sounds like Vernon. Something Vernon would. I got a new scam. I'm gonna tell the people next door I bought their house. they're not going to check.
We also had breast milk in the news because a lady in Kentucky has a store called the Leaky Mama with cookies. And to be clear, the cookies are not made with breast milk.
No, they help ladies lactate.
They're designed,
Right.
and I don't know. I guess they have special ingredients that are supposed to help with lactation.
That's what the lady says.
That's
Yep.
good. I guess that's a good thing, ladies.
Sure. Aren't there medications instead of special things to do?
Now,
help
Pat,
with lactation.
Don't you have a tribute to
a breastfeeding song?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
Sure. My mama drinks Ripple. That's a fortified wine. She breastfeeds those two brothers of mine. If she had one more nipple, her nipples would be triple, and maybe I could have a sipple of mama's Ripple nipples. Ripple nipples taste fine like the berry on the vine. My brothers have been happy all day. Oh, but daddy hits them hard, passed out in the yard. Child services took them both away. Now mama's nipples are clean. She has a pumping machine. She only drinks her Ripple at night. Daddy drinks doubles and triples of mama's Ripple nipples. And every night they have a fight about his partying ways. He has to go to rehab for 28 days. No more sipples from mama's Ripple nipples. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Scott.
A lot going on there.
There's a lot going on.
Okay, very
It's a little
nice.
story.
Yeah.
Now, this part of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about getting access to therapy in a much more simpler way, an elegant way, which is by doing it online. And it's all about helping yourself and helping yourself feeling good about yourself, because these days, a lot of time spent on social media, and you start comparing yourself to the people you see there going, gee, they got it better than I do. Look how happy they are. They look better. They're on a better vacation. Stop it. Comparing yourself is the thief of joy, and reaching out for some help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. Therapy can help you discover the best version of yourself. So if you want to get into it, well, try therapy through the BetterHelp plan. What am I talking about? Well, it's a way to access therapy online. The way it works is you fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with one of some 35,000 therapists. You can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And then the therapy itself is done online via text, via the camera on or camera off, just like a phone call. It's up to you. It's all about convenience and flexibility. Try BetterHelp. So stop comparing and start focusing on yourself with BetterHelp. You visit BetterHelp.com/BT Show. The BT Show part will knock 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. And the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Coming up, we got a bunch of really interesting things in the news, a little bit of Starbucks news for you, and a lot of stuff in the world of sports, including an unfortunate incident on an airplane, and a bizarre new sports venue coming up in the news, as well as a 3D printed house.
I don't know if it's a bizarre venue. I think it's an interesting venue.
Yeah, it's odd to me. We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
I'm just getting ready. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. Everybody, here we go. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, let's back them up. Here we go. Oh, there's 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wheels on a big rig. Okay, the even numbers. Oh, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 wheels on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, by 1.5. Here we go. Oh, there's 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, 10.5, 18 wheels. We on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, the odd numbers. Here we go. Oh, there's 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, Roman numerals. I'm ready for this one.
All right, go.
Oh, there's I, V, I, X, I, wheels on a big rig. Very good. Roman. Okay, Roman numerals backwards. Here we go.
No.
Oh, there's XV, XV, XIV, wheels on a big rig. And they're Roman.
All right. Zowie.
I'm actually in love right now. My boyfriend and I are walking around town in a two-headed snuggie. It's getting pretty intense.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm so, because I have a hard time listening to the love songs with Delilah. Where are you calling from tonight? Where are you? What's going on with you tonight? What's your name? Requests and dedications. Hi, Amy, calling in from Tustin, Arizona. What's going on with you tonight? You and Matt broke up? That's hard. What do you want to say to Matt tonight? We'll play that for you. That's Penny Lover by Lionel Richie. Penny Lover.
Oh, you know what? I've had enough. That's it. I'm in love with her. I remember that very well. Maria, that is for those that get that.
Yes.
And for those that don't, you should listen to Delilah just so you do. Just that one
just
time.
So
you get the joke.
Intense. They should have those songs. They're not good for people's mental health. Like they should have little footnotes at the end of every verse. I would cross an ocean for you. If that ocean led to an English-speaking country, because at this point in my life, it'd be really difficult to learn a second language fluently. Not to mention the anti-American sentiment. We'd have to talk about it.
Wow, you are quite the literalist, aren't you?
Yeah. Baby, I would die for you if I were already dying and you just needed my giblets.
Maria Bamford is our guest.
She's not kidding. She was.
I asked about this. These are your adopted parents.
Adopted parents.
You are,
That's
okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm adopted. I was actually left in a basket on the stoop of a fire station. And had I been a Dalmatian, they would have kept me. But
damn your luck. Huh?
Yeah, damn my luck.
No. But you were that's nice though. You were adopted, and you have a good relationship with your adopted.
I love being adopted. But people say things to me. I'm with my dad. A guy comes up to me. He goes, "You have your father's eyes." I'm like, "No, I don't even have his address."
Wow.
I think he lives near a fire station.
Somewhere.
I feel blessed to be adopted, but I'm curious about my culture, my heritage. I kind of think I'm a light-skinned black man.
Really?
Based
Very
on
light.
what? Because I'm big, you know.
I got you. Okay. Banana.
People, exactly. That's why it's a fun word. People ask, are you English, you German, you French? I don't know. I'm adopted. All I know about my culture is they give away their children.
Hi, it's Josh Arnold from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Hello there, it's Ed from Ed Septic and Sewage. I'm here at this poor SOB's house. He got quoted $20,000 for a new system. I'm doing that same system for him, $500. I know what you're thinking. Ed, how can you do it so cheap? Well, first of all, this machine, stolen. That saves me a ton of money. Secondly, I'm not licensed or bonded. That saves me tens of thousands of dollars a year. So if you need a cheap septic, call me, Ed Septic. When things get hectic, call Ed Septic at the number below. From Ed Septic.
Now he's playing in Las Vegas for $25 million in wages. Gardner Minshew. Sing it with me one time. Gardner Minshew. Oh, it's perfect.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Alexa, how can someone listen to Bob and Tom radio on a smart speaker?
Just say, Alexa, play Bob and Tom radio on TuneIn.
TuneIn?
Correct. Alexa, play Bob and Tom radio on TuneIn.
24/7?
All day, every day.
Bob and Tom, how low can this show go?
That's mine. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're just talking about the full moon, and don't say, well, I guess, is it a full moon in the southern hemisphere? Or is it a different moon? Like you check local listings?
It's the same moon.
Is it the same? Is the full moon everywhere?
The super moon, because this is the rotation is an oval, and this is when the moon is closest to the Earth right now.
When we live on the moon, is it going to be a full Earth? Oh, you can see the whole Earth tonight. Stuff like that.
Boy. I think it will always be a full Earth. Yeah.
I'm going to stay in my neighborhood. I don't want to live on the moon.
You don't want to live on the moon?
No, I don't want to go into space.
Yeah, I'm going down with this ship.
I have no desire to go to outer space.
I got to tell you, I'm intrigued. I think, plus, if you get in early, I think you're going to get a prime spot. And
you never have fresh air the rest of your life.
That's
you never
fine.
get to go outside, sit in the grass.
I don't go outside that much anyway.
Okay.
I'm all set.
If they don't have cable.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They just run it right out to the...
Hitler's bunker was loaded with all kinds of things.
Really? Well ahead of
the Nazis were building a space station up there.
Oh, my gosh.
Hitler had the
You
first...
can find all this on the internet.
Did you read that? Hitler had the first drone. Did you know that?
Is that true?
No, of course not.
Well, I mean, they had nuts. They were doing crazy things.
Yeah, they were.
Let's move forward here. We have NFL news coming up and a variety of things in the world of sports because that man over there is Chick McGee. He's at the Dude Wipes Sports Desk.
Huh?
And we also have Christy Lee over there at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
No place I'd rather be.
And coming up, Sleep Number presents the Ace Cosby joke of the day. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Josh is now sitting in the Steven Singer sidekick chair, brought to you by IHateStevenSinger.com.
That's right, and you should buy real diamonds from a real jeweler you can trust, Steven Singer Jewelers, with no phony sales or pricing games. Just the perfect price every day. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com.
He's not doing, it's a super moon sale today only. No. Yeah, every day's a great day.
You'll howl at the big savings.
What have you got over there?
Dear Bob and Tom, longtime fan of the show. Now, ... I usually don't go for stuff I hear advertisements for on TV, radio, or on my phone.
Okay.
But...
Yeah?
Just a couple times after hearing Chick say, dump your roll and best clean pants down with Dude Wipes, I was convinced to try Dude Wipes. Well, 100% one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
A complete life changer and so refreshing. Just like Chick says, it's like a shower in the middle of the day. Thanks a lot for the great advice, everybody. That's from Cabby, C-A-B-B-Y. His name's Caleb, but they call him Cabby.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that interesting?
That's good.
That's a nickname for Caleb.
You don't get a lot of cabbies or cabs.
No, you don't.
Cab Calloway, that comes to mind.
That's kind of the only one, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Now, when you played football, Chick, in high school, did you have the so-called cab squad?
No, we did not have the. I don't know when it was called Cab Squad, but it wasn't when I was in football. It was. I heard Taxi Squad more.
Taxi Squad or Taxi Squad.
Cab Squad.
I believe that was. Or I think that originated with the Cleveland Browns.
We had the freshmen. The freshmen weren't allowed to play varsity football. That's what they told me anyway when I was a freshman.
I always thought like it was kind of an unwritten rule that.
Well, I know
rarely would a freshman make the...
In college basketball, the freshmen really couldn't play until they were like sophomores.
The rules are different now. If you're a really good high school player, you can play anywhere you want.
Oh, sure.
They'll give mom and dad 3 cars and a mansion.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What else is happening in sports?
And speaking of football, this weekend, college, they call it week 0, Tom. Here we go. It's the opening weekend of college football. McNeese at Tarleton State, Montana State at New Mexico, North Alabama at Southeast Missouri State. That's going to be in Montgomery, Alabama.
Where's Tarleton?
Tarleton is in Texas, Southwest.
And they'd rather fight than switch?
That's
a Tarrington reference. That's a cigarette.
Did you get that, Josh?
From the show, of course. Yeah.
Tarrington was the cigarette that had the high quality advertisement where they took domestic violence and brought it into smoking.
Can you, for 1 second, recognize Josh's efforts to move on?
How dismissive he was.
I just think a culture.
I heard it. I'm aware of it.
A culture that essentially was underscoring domestic violence.
Rooney.
Pro beating your spouse.
You are bringing domestic violence to that ad.
It shows a woman with a black eye.
I know, but it says nothing about her fighting her husband.
No.
It says it in the ad. She'd rather fight than switch.
Yes, it doesn't say I had to switch because my husband did.
Yeah. Maybe her neighbor was trying to get her to change.
Maybe her doctor smoked Pall Malls and belted her in the face.
I guarantee her doctor smoked.
Yeah. I just thought it was. Can you imagine Madison Avenue? What they won't do to poison you?
That's one of the things. I was exposed to a lot because of what time I was born. You know, the 50s, late 50s. But I did not have a doctor who smoked, and I would have liked to have been exposed to that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
While he's talking, he's got a cigarette in her mouth. Okay, 3 deep breaths.
Yeah, right.
I'd love doing that, right?
And there used to be ads. How many, 7 out of 8 doctors who smoke, whatever brand it was.
I know.
Yeah, I never had that.
Camel's cigarette had a big doctor program. It makes your throat less sore. Smoking Camel.
Those monsters. They were absolute monsters.
And of course, the famous Flintstones with Fred and Barney. Winston cigarette. Yeah, all right, Bun. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
SpongeBob, how would they have them smoking underwater? Would they have a little...
Oh, they'd find a way.
They'll get
get
a giant bubble.
They go to Sandy's house.
Yeah, the tree dome.
Just full of smoke in there.
So I'm sorry, I'd never heard of Tarleton until just now.
I know, and I looked it up
College.
because I knew you'd ask. And McNeese State is in...
Deadwood.
Forget now.
Tarleton State.
Crap. I forget where.
In Stevensville, Texas.
Yeah, Stevensville. Yeah, that's right. McNeese is in Louisiana. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is this Division I?
Yeah. Montana State, I don't think is Division I. Well, then you start slicing. Delaware State at Hawaii. The Delaware State Blue Hens travel to the Hawaii Warriors.
That's got to be a long haul.
Formerly the Rainbow Warriors.
Man.
I bet they don't bother. They're not bothered by it at all.
Yeah.
Kids in Delaware are going to go Hawaii for a week. Yeah.
I'll be missing class for the next couple of weeks.
Bill.
Football.
Alumni?
They get the big money out of women's field hockey, and that kind of powers all the
other teams,
all the athletics. Yeah, that's the way it works. Also coming up, who wants to buy the Celtics? Raise your hand. You want to buy the Boston Celtics?
I'm in for a grand.
How much is it? I don't know. I got to check.
Starts at $6. billion.
Ooh,
you got
what?
$6 billion, you'd get in line to buy the Celtics.
Wow.
I'll tell you who might buy the Celtics.
But the money we'd make on parking alone.
Oh, man. Parking. They would have to leave some of it in cash. You just go and pick up the cash.
Yeah.
And doesn't Larry Bird have to come to your house twice a year?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Play one-on-one with you?
Yeah.
and laugh at your lack of skill. Thank you, Larry.
Talk trash to you.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Coming up also, we have rectal exams that are, there's an accusation of unnecessary rectal exams by a physician.
Superfluous.
Yeah.
All right.
Digital exams, they call it, as opposed to analog. Thank you. But this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email.
Hello, my name is Alexa. If you have a smart speaker and what to hear, Bob and Tom Radio, just say Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn. Now, you try it.
Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
That's the first smart thing you've said to me since you took me out of the box.
My wife listens to ASMR. I don't know if you guys know what ASMR is or stands for. Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And I don't know what that is either. It means whispering. That's all that is. Bob Ross, he's whispering. And he paints on the canvas, and it's all scratchy. And he takes the paintbrush and dips it into the water and hits it on the easel to beat the devil out of it. And then sometimes Bob would have his squirrel in studio, and the squirrel would be like, that's ASMR. I'm home from school, 3rd grade, just being like, I don't know why I'm so relaxed. But Bob, you're doing it right today. That's what my wife listens to every single night. Her favorite lady, she's got 3-inch fingernails, and this Wolverine woman is always just click-clacking on things with their fingernails, typing on a keyboard, and out of nowhere she'll be like, I'm gonna eat a big pickle. And I'm like, I'm about to fall asleep right now. Turn this off, I'm driving.
Last time you were here, Eric, you impressed us with your musical skills. You,
oh, that's right. You are a manualist.
Yes, I am. Now, for those that don't know what that means, manualism is the art of manipulating one's hands to make. There you go. To make that sound.
That wasn't me yet. I didn't.
There we go.
You must be.
Sorry, excuse me.
You must kick ass at parties.
That was my no hands.
Yeah, I know the chicks dig this.
Yeah, I know they do. Yeah, if you're at a party.
Yeah, this is my go-to on a first date.
I'm gonna say, if you're at a party and you see Eric and there's a big group of guys hanging around him, this is what they're doing.
Wow. They're looking for that, and then my Dungeons and Dragons kit too. As I'm doing that.
So,
give us a sample.
All right, there you go.
Very nice.
Push it. I see the group of guys laughing now at the party.
Oh, yeah. What?
Wow.
While the girls are all over there rolling their eyes.
That is amazing. Have you ever been laid doing that?
Tell the story again, and I always love the story about when you and Cheryl were playing, and the day that you finally, the day that she quit playing one-on-one against you.
You mean when I finally beat her?
Yes.
This is Reggie's sister,
a couple of years ago.
She wasn't going to play anymore.
Well, when I sent her shot into my mom's rose garden, we started playing horse.
Right.
But you got to remember, Cheryl was always 2 to 3 inches taller as we were growing up. So I started to catch her in height my freshman and sophomore year of high school. Mm-hmm. So up until that point, Cheryl dominated me. But she dominated everyone, though. Yeah. I don't feel so bad.
Didn't she score how many did she score that one night? You scored, what was it?
45.
45. 50. She came in and.
You know, I'm gloating. Because we had played in the away gym. She had played at the home gym. So my dad was with her at their game, and my mom was with me. So we get in the car. Hey, I had my best game ever. 40, 45 points. Strider started. Strider, what did you do tonight? And she looked at my dad and kind of looked down. My dad's like, oh, she had a pretty good game. I was like, oh, yeah, but I bet it wasn't 40, 45.
Yeah.
No, she had a really good game. Well, what's really good? She had 105.
By herself?
I'm like, the team scored 105? No, son. Cheryl scored
105 points.
I bet that record still stands.
I believe it does. They beat that team 179 to 12.
God.
The point guard, which is still a record, had 39 assists. I mean, it was like crazy numbers.
I had a moment where my girlfriend thought she was pregnant. And by the way, if ladies, if you suspect that you're pregnant, tell the guy during the day. Don't wait until you're about to go to sleep.
Oh.
Because that's what she did. She's like, I have a cramp. I'm like, oh, I might be pregnant. Good night. I'm like, no.
Good night.
I don't think so. I go, well, let's find out. Well, what are you going to do? So I, hauled butt to Walmart.
Yep.
And
got a test.
Got myself a little test.
Doctor in a box. Yeah, I know.
2 o'clock in the morning. And of all the times to get recognized. I walk into Walmart in the night shift. Hey, Fluffy. I'm like, oh, great. What do you need? A miracle.
All right, here's some tickets to a Grateful Dead concert. Right.
So I found the aisle where they sell the pregnancy test, and I realized something. Walmart has figured out the evolution of how life works, and they put it in aisle 4. As soon as you turn the corner, you see condoms. Then you see lubricant. The next to the lubricant, you see pregnancy tests. The next to that, you see Pampers. Next to that, formula. And at the end of the aisle, they sell beer. It's a full circle.
They put the. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
It's poetry. Really.
Christy Lee at the SILAC News Desk. Be sure to go to silacins.com and check out what they have to offer. And you can also see my fabulous commercial, Oscar-nominated performance.
Just go to bobandtom.com. There's a link to the Chick McGee. He's an actor.
That's right.
By the way, we were talking about cigarettes and the way they're advertised.
There's Pat Godwin.
Because we were talking about the Tarleton School of Economics, whatever it was.
Judge Arnold, Ace Cosby.
I'm looking at an ad saying, wishing you a cheerful...
He's going rogue.
Cheerful treeful, and it shows Santa Claus. Instead of hanging ornaments, he's hanging Chesterfields. Boxes of Chesterfield cigarettes on the Christmas tree.
Lovely.
This is an actual ad?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
They even co-opted Santa.
It says always milder. It's ABC, always milder. B, better tasting. And C, cooler smoking. Chesterfields with big fat Santa Claus. Sticking them on a Christmas
Big
tree.
fat Santa Claus.
This is a very corpulent Santa. And big red cheeks. So there you go. I'm sorry. Back to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Here we go. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos could be in the mix to buy the Boston Celtics. According to reports, the NBA has said they're drawing a line in the sand. The franchise has to sell for at least $6 billion. On July 1st, 2 weeks after winning the championship, they got the boat. They played for the boat, Josh.
They sure did.
They won the ship. The Celtics announced that their ownership group, led by Wick Grousbeck, planned to sell the team. Irving Grousbeck, Wick's 90-year-old father, is driving the sale. He just wants the highest price. Prospective buyers with ties to Boston will not have an edge. Can you imagine the Celtics being anywhere but Boston?
No.
That that's a possibility. If somebody comes to the table with $7 billion and wants to move it to Columbus, Ohio, there you go.
They're not going to move it.
The Columbus Celtics.
No way.
You don't know that. It's a possibility.
Why would they?
Money, Tom.
Where are they going to make more money?
Yeah, boy, they've got a hell of a fan base.
Yeah, they're doing just fine.
I was trying to have fun with the story, but apparently that door's been slammed in my face.
That's right.
They're doing just fine. I see what you mean now about the comedy defense that's going on in here. Nope, I knew it. I know. And Los Angeles Chargers head coach, remember who it is?
Yeah.
Who?
What's his name? Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh, that's right. He's coached for a long time and some great quarterbacks like Andrew Luck and J.J. McCarthy. He knows just how important a great quarterback is for a team's success. And recently, Justin Herbert has been missing time due to a foot injury. He missed 4 games last year due to a broken finger. Somebody kicked him in the ass. He had his finger out his ass.
Yeah, we put that together.
Here's Jim Harbaugh talking about Justin Herbert and how much he loves him. Ready?
The music should be playing. I thought I heard music. Voices of Angels, maybe. Felt great.
Every time Justin talks, he says he hears the voice, the music of angels.
Aww.
Sweet. Isn't that?
Aw.
You shouldn't be sweet if you're you're a football coach.
He's having fun. How boring would it be facing the same reporters every day? And
I disagree. The guy, he should go, I don't really like him until he does better.
That's right.
No matter how good the guy's doing. Every coach should have that.
Open competition.
You should never be able to please your coach.
Exactly right.
So
whoever plays, you play like you practice, Josh.
Yeah.
When I talk about Justin,
that's it.
I think of footballs flying into the end zone, a locker room with
and his full moon,
soapy pubic hair.
Yikes.
That took a weird turn. Coach, all we asked you was, do you think you'll have a good year?
When we were
man,
guys on a football team in the 70s and the early mid 70s, did all the coaches shower with the team because they showered with us? Coaches showered with us.
That happens at a major level.
I think so.
Is that just like an accepted? I mean, nothing ever happened and nobody ever talked about it.
I was wondering, why did the coach need to shower?
Because he was out there
running around in their shorts. Yeah.
He was out there blowing
what?
Whistle.
What?
Oh, okay.
Plus, I always thought it was
Excuse me. Thank you for. Could you not pause after the word?
What's the matter?
Showers and blowing.
You blowing them?
Okay.
A whistle.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Or you lead by example also.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, the boys aren't showering. Well, I'll get in there and they'll see that it's any good leader would do such a thing.
And then you walk up behind him in the shower. You kind of mumble.
Scrub that.
Guess what that is?
Yeah. You're wondering how I could be poking your back with both hands in your hair.
You've got dirty balls.
This is so funny because it would never happen in real life.
Did you?
That's right.
Did your coaches shower with you, Pat?
One of them did, Mr. Dombeck, yeah. But Jack Jones, our head coach, did not.
The Love Boat guy?
No.
Jack Jones.
Love, exciting and new.
Same name, but
come aboard. Come aboard.
Yeah, we got it. We're ready to move on. We got Jim Harbaugh talking about
Justin Herbert.
Whatever I talk about, I hear angels.
I hear angels. Tom says this is a bizarre story, but you judge for yourself. A new venue in Los Angeles is aiming to be the sports equivalent of the Las Vegas Sphere.
Oh, sure. All right.
Mm-hmm.
COSM. C-O-S-M?
Right there. I hate it.
C-O-S-M.
COSM.
What a stupid name.
Okay.
What's wrong
Does
with
it stand for something?
Which opened last week. This week in Inglewood is an immersive venue. Patrons can witness sports events on an 87-foot diameter wraparound LED that makes them feel as though they're in the middle of the action.
Maybe it's called Cosmic and the last 2 lights burned out.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, Tom.
Could be.
That'd be better.
COSM will also work with broadcast partners to pipe in live television commentary as part of an effort to simulate a front row seat experience. While focused on sports, the LA Times notes that the venue will also include Cirque du Soleil programming.
So it's not live sporting events. It's just a giant television set.
Right. In a sphere,
but totally immersive. Okay.
Setting.
I got you.
To make it more real, will they charge $20 for a beer so you feel like you're at the game?
Cosm has a second venue. They're going to go all across the country, Tom.
Great.
It's slated to open this year in Dallas at a place called Grandscape. And then a third location in Atlanta.
These will end up being, you can go see concerts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And LA's building theirs just in time for the Olympics.
The Olympics.
Yeah.
But there's no live action, though. It's just...
Right. But imagine that. If you can't go, why not go to be immersed?
Right. A lot of people sit outside of arenas sometimes, or
people will do this.
Or they'll go to, like, if the team is away and they're playing in a playoff game, they'll have the arena open and you watch it on TV with all your friends.
There's a really nice, little city outside of Truist Park in Atlanta where the giant TVs everywhere.
Wrigleyville does that too. They have a big TV out in front.
Yeah,
you can sit out front and
I got a big TV in my house.
Yeah, most people will obviously.
I don't have to be amongst.
Yeah, but there's
the drunks and the.
It's the same reason.
It's the camaraderie.
There's like.
Tommy.
There you go. That's.
People are going to go to that in a second.
Heck yeah, they
It's
will.
going to look like the players are hanging over you.
They're lose their minds. It's like there's a St. Louis Blues bar in another city, or a Cleveland Browns bar. Tom, the fans get together.
I think they'll do like that medieval times thing. You can go. Like you're at one of those jousting things without the horse feces, or will they pump in the stench? I want it to be the real experience. Give me the smell of the horse manure.
Well,
and I'm sure it's great for some. I'll pass.
I don't think it's built for you. So
you don't want anything to do with it.
No, the hassle, the parking, paying $20 for a beer. So I don't know.
You wouldn't pay $20. You wouldn't drink a beer. Did you ever drink beer?
Yeah.
Ever at all? Any?
Not
like
for
you
a
were a
long time.
Heineken guy, weren't you?
No.
Because of Kennedy?
No. The last time I drank beer was about, 17 years ago, and it was an Italian beer. I forgot what it was called.
Can you be more exact?
Well, if the Italian guy was here, maybe he could tell us.
Yeah, we could.
Tom and I got drunk one time on Italian beer.
What was that stuff called? It was really good.
The son bitch.
Stella Artois?
He left me with the check.
Peroni?
That's it.
Bastard.
Peroni.
What?
Yeah.
That was good beer.
What
Very good.
accent was that?
I don't know.
but
Bastard.
At least you didn't use the W word again.
That's right. I've been told not to by you.
Remember that old joke about the flat tire?
Oh, yeah. They make a sound, don't they? When they go flat. A Nokia super fan. Go ahead. Talk among yourselves about what I just said.
Is Nokia the...
Nokia.
Is that the noise they would make?
The phone?
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right.
What?
A Nokia super fan from Spain. He's saying what? Nokia
Whoa. I'm familiar with the...
holds the Guinness
Did
World
Nokias
Record.
have that tone?
Yeah.
Okay.
The special. It's known as the Nokia ring.
Oh.
I think. Yeah.
Well, can you just give us the teaser? Something we got to do here.
We'd be done with the story if your confused ass hadn't interrupted with, huh?
My ass is not confused. I just go the one way. If you're struggling with that, it's okay with me.
Creamy butt.
I am fully endorsing your
I'm not struggling with
desire to have
honor the full moon.
The fellas
Tom's
in the shower. Soap it up. Ah, Josh in the shower. If only there was another man here.
The soap stings my fishers.
Fishers, not just one.
We have covered a lot of ground.
I had one of
That's a
those.
horrible word.
I had to have it surgically repaired.
You did?
I had 2
Really?
holes at one point.
Man.
What is a fissure?
It's an infected hair that goes in, and
Yikes.
yeah, I was very hairy when I was a child.
We have really covered a lot of ground today. You know what we need to cover right now?
It would have been where my tail would be.
We
had
have
tails.
We have Josh sitting over there at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair and desk.
You tell him, Tom.
Okay.
Give him hell, buddy.
Why are we talking like that?
Because
he's the Italian guy.
Okay.
Me. I'm thinking of selling jewelry, Tom.
Oh, that's very nice. But you're
Italian jewelry.
Well, Steven Singer will sell you diamonds.
When the class breaks.
Mr. Singer, I'd like to apologize in advance for this announcement. Check out I Hate Steven Singer. Who hates him? Well, the other jewelers do, because he's got the best quality real diamond jewelry, and it's at the best possible price every single day, including today and tomorrow and the day after.
And it's ravioli night.
And it's not ravioli night. Oh, my God. Real diamonds. That's what he specializes in. Real, natural, rare, earthborn diamonds. Perhaps you'd like them in earrings. Maybe a nice bracelet, a nice necklace.
Perhaps.
You know, my thing, maybe it's just some random day. You hand your sweetie a bracelet from Steven Singer. What's this for, honey? Just for you being you. And by the way, I'm going to watch the game this weekend and try to keep it down.
Lovely everyday earrings.
And then you add,
right now.
That's right.
Steven
And
Singer.
then keep your mouth shut.
Okay, yeah. You don't have to be that mean. Steven Singer also famous for his fast, free shipping, a full 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee from Steven Singer Jewelers. Check it out at IHateStevenSinger.com. Real, natural, like I said, rare, earthborn diamonds. That's the only kind you're going to get from Steven Singer.
And be sure to ask Steven about ravioli night.
That'll help.
That's my dream. I want Steven to call you, Tom, and it just say ravioli night? Question mark. That's what I want.
One place, one price, no ravioli. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.
All you can eat ravioli.
It's not all you can eat ravioli night.
What if he's forced to have a ravioli night because so many people keep walking into the store?
Go to Steven Singer and request, I can't wait for ravioli night. Send him an email. I love everything about this.
IHateStevenSinger.com. There's no ravioli involved. Coming up.
We do have ravioli in the news.
I'll go to Philly, and this guy will go to Philly and host a ravioli night.
They never give you enough ravioli.
No,
we do have.
You're an Italian guy, can go. Me and you.
We both will go.
That's what I.
And we do have a really cool ravioli story in the news.
I told you. I'm psychic.
Oh, wait till you find out why ravioli's in the news. And Josh and I have an agreement about ravioli that few do. Also coming up, comedian John Evans will be joining. He's one of my favorites. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Padres 2-1, bottom of the seventh. Why'd it stop?
Are you watching
check local
baseball?
listings.
Hang on, I've got to put my.
Not check local listings. That's the game.
That's the Major League Baseball opening game in Seoul, South Korea.
And if you listen to a rebroadcast of the show, that information is very,
I see.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
reality.
You've thrown me into a tizzy. I'm listening to a podcast. I don't know what day it is. They just said the Dodgers or the Padres were playing. How am I supposed to figure this out?
I'll explain time zones to you later, Gilligan.
Oh, God, you're an idiot.
Yesterday.
Podcasts can be...
Go on.
Just podcasts.
Yeah, you're
broadcast. Yesterday, you were talking about S&H green stamps.
We're right at the end.
Writes Jack.
Hog off?
I was watching a rerun of Hollywood Squares. One of the prizes they offered in the secret square was 1 million S&H green stamps.
Whoa!
Valued at $2,500.
When did this happen?
I'll get you a jacket.
God, I hope they were already in the books.
Could you imagine?
I'm confused, though. Did you say that these S&H green stamps are now they're worth $2,500? That's what you said, right?
No, it said...
I have no concept of time or where I am on the planet. You have to talk slow. I rely on my radio show to inform me where I am and what day it is. Ace had nothing to do with this.
No, but Ace and I did play donkey softball.
I don't care about that. There was a donkey in this building that you and I were leading around.
I can never remember.
Mammoth Jack?
A Mammoth Jack. Now, is that considered to be a donkey or a mule? That's a donkey, right?
I don't know what the difference is.
Don't you get a horse and a mule to make it? Wait a minute. What is it? Horse and a donkey make a mule? Something like that?
I don't know.
All I know is
it's like algebra. I forget how it works.
His hang down was unbelievable.
No, Pat,
you could almost hear the mechanization start when he had to urinate.
A semi-famous woman who actually worked here had this gigantic animal
rack,
and it was the size. It was bigger than a horse.
Yeah, it was
huge. And we thought it'd be funny to bring it in the building.
And what happened?
And but we were concerned that it would defecate somewhere in the building, but we brought it in. We took it all around. We had fun with it.
Had picture behind the general manager's desk.
Oh, we thought it was so funny. And then we were having a great time. We were on the air. We were on the air, and then we Chick and I took it outside.
Yeah, and then
what happened?
It knew. Somehow it knew to go ahead and pee, urinated, and it was like a fire hose.
Yeah, we never even thought of that. If that had happened in the building, they would have had to replace all the carpeting and half the furniture.
What was its name?
Jack.
Oh, Jack. That's sweet.
No, I don't remember.
I'll have to dig it up. But we have pictures.
Find out.
Turtis.
Hey, Turtis.
Well, there he is. There's Tom.
Look at him.
Yeah, there's Tom. That's the general manager's desk.
Huge.
Yep. Look at the size of that thing.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You
really
can
is.
almost see his dork right there at the back.
Oh, yeah. You can kind of see how it's
it's
real black.
He was like a prize mule, I think.
Yeah.
He's a handsome fella.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you mean the donkey?
Look, Tom, you're wearing the same clothes you're wearing that day.
He's got cargo shorts on.
Hang on a second.
Those shorts?
Yeah.
No.
Same shirt, though.
Look at the gut on Griswold. Look at that. Huh?
I think the shirt's kind of baggy.
Whatever, Tubby.
I never knew you were affected by that.
Whatever, Chunkles. What do you weigh there? About 350?
Oh.
You're over 3 bills. Look at that.
You're easily 350.
You guys are totally being mean now.
Well,
come on.
We had to be mean to get him to put the fork down.
Save his life. He's got a cow heart, isn't he?
So I want to just pause for a moment.
You look like you ate Bob.
I'm all the way in the back of the office. That photograph above the donkey on the upper right.
Uh-huh.
That's a hockey team, Josh. I don't know if you can see. Every guy in that hockey team had a huge mullet. Mm-hmm. It was that era.
Yeah.
And
visual and boring.
And the
now,
donkey.
wait a minute. You're saying that was a hockey team. And they all had the same haircut. And they
unfortunately we don't have that.
A mullet.
Is that desk still in the building?
Is that desk still in the building? I mean, this is bad off the air talk.
Yeah.
We're off the air.
I walk out.
I'd be down the highway.
Now, Josh.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcast. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Remember it. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
I apologize in advance. I had a kind bar 6 minutes ago, and I'm still chewing.
A lot going on in that bar.
I love them, but man,
that's a half-hour endeavor.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Kind bar.
Kind bar.
They're good for you. Yeah.
They add some nuts and caramel and chocolate.
Honey.
And stuff. Yeah, good stuff. But
so you can see some nuts on his
But I'll be
chin.
chewing on a.
Like Friday night at the bus station. Huh?
No, they don't want me to chew there.
I'm sorry. Could we get back to sports?
I've been toying with the idea of taking a bus somewhere just for the.
Please.
Taking a bus?
Yeah, just for the.
What do you hate yourself?
Have you ever done it?
I've never ridden a bus.
What?
Never. Never.
Horrible.
Have you ever been on a plane in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
Just like a bus.
Is it really?
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Well,
same
not the
comfort
way
level.
Not where
he no, buses are actually more
Here,
comfortable.
have Ace go over to your house, pee in your pillow, and go to sleep on it until it'll give you that bus
Why would
feeling.
Ace do that? We're best friends. Why would he pee on my
Man,
pillow?
I've taken a bus a lot.
Oh, me
No
too.
kidding?
There's something called the Mega Bus. It would go from St. Louis to Chicago. I took it all the time.
Oh, yeah, the megabus runs from,
Yeah.
I've been on it.
My daughter's ridden the mega bus.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, actually.
Hated it.
Kind of fun. Right? Don't you?
Just feel like such a loser.
I didn't.
Oh, I love the men.
I sat back, listened to music.
My favorite bus story is Mr. Godwin's story about when you were a kid.
Yeah, leaving from South Bend to Los Angeles, 3-day trip.
So you're going out to L.A., you're going to be a star.
Yeah, going to be a star. Got my guitar in my hand.
Got your guitar with
Carrying
you.
my guitar in the case there. And I'm a little late to the bus. It's packed. This is back when you could smoke in the bus.
You're not late ever.
No, I'm not normally.
No, yeah.
And I walk up at the bus, and there's barely a seat for me. And from the back, I hear a lady, "Hey, look, it's John Denver." She killed, it crushed. The whole bus laughed.
The whole bus erupted.
So were you more upset that she was teasing you or that she got a bigger laugh than you?
Oh, her timing was just perfect. Hey, look, it's John Denver.
Did she go all the way to L.A. with you?
No, I think maybe she was just on for a day or two.
That's so brutal.
So it was South Bend to L.A.?
Yeah, 3 days.
How long was that?
3 days. 3 days.
Was it the same bus, or did you have to switch a couple times?
That's a good question. I think we switched a little bit. Maybe we would have had to. Yeah.
See, that would be fun.
No, it wasn't.
Stop her along the way.
Back
You
when they
should do
smoked
the
on a bus.
train if you're going to do that.
A friend of mine's taking the Canada train across Canada.
That would be cool.
With the open air.
That's super.
You look around,
That does look amazing.
Yeah.
That really does.
She was really looking forward to it. I'm gonna have to get in on that.
Very, very cool.
And it looks like they had like 5-star meals and stuff.
It
looks
it's
bananas.
unbelievable. Do you ever have sex on a moving train, Tom?
No.
It's supposed to be an aphrodisiac. Ace, did you know that is an aphrodisiac?
I've had sex on a train.
You have had sex on a train?
Remember the hotel downtown? They had train cars for rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't count. Does not count.
It was a train car.
No, be moving on tracks.
Yeah, the train was on
the track.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
The train wasn't moving, and neither was she. Thank you very much.
Hey! What restaurant had a train cars?
Victoria Station.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
An idea whose time has come.
That was great.
They have good food?
that.
I don't remember the food being.
It was
pretty upscale.
like a steak place, right?
Yeah.
No kidding?
It was the outside of the building was train cars.
Didn't you work in a place that
I
had
worked in a place that was just like that, yeah. And the caboose.
Yeah.
Yes, and?
Here's the famous caboose toilet story. Go.
Oh, yeah, you don't remember that?
No, I don't, Tom. What happened?
You did it in the caboose?
No.
She let you put it in the caboose?
You would enter this place. No, there was a genuine caboose. You know, you can't get a good story out if you interrupt every 3 words. You'd enter through the caboose, Pat. I'll talk to you.
All right, I'm listening.
It was made of train cars, you see, freight cars, but there was the one caboose.
Sure.
And this particular caboose, about eye level, there was on either side there was a big shelf. And there was this place was like they called it a fern bar.
Oh, yeah.
The early days of Fridays and Bennigan's, and they'd have oars hanging from the ceiling and an Evinrude motor and a boat and all kinds of crap hanging from the ceilings. In this place, there was a toilet. I worked at this place. There was a toilet right at eye level, an actual commode, and in the commode was a potted plant.
Oh, okay.
So you'd walk in, it was kind of above your eye level. And after one particularly crowded evening, we were cleaning up, and someone had climbed up there and actually used the facility. It was, by the way, not plumbed. So there was a ripe turd in there. And it crowded. So someone took the time and trouble in a crowded restaurant to drop a deuce.
How would that happen?
Man, oh, man.
They served alcohol. That's how it happened.
But, I mean, everybody around would have...
Maybe, yeah, but maybe they were... Look, if I were hammered and I saw somebody, I'd cheer them on. I wouldn't have...
Exactly. It's a very narrow caboose, this entrance. So someone, I'm sure they shut the other doors. All right, Dave, go for it. Yes. You know it's some guy. Hey, they're not going to believe this back at the Fiji house. Go for it.
I would cheer them on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Show that turd who's boss. Yeah.
People quickly become very base in certain areas.
Yes. You give them enough booze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good point.
Now, where were we in the sporting news? That's Chick McGee at the Dude Wipes Sports Desk.
A Nokia superfan from Spain holds the Guinness World Record for the largest collection of mobile phones. Mr. Wences Fernandez. Oh, I see. Senior Wences. All right. Claimed the record title.
Hang on a second. You know who Senior Wences was, Josh?
Yes, yeah, the little hand talking guy.
He was the Thomas Edison of ventriloquists, the Michael Jordan of ventriloquists.
What do you make his wife do? Make it talk? Is that right?
Oh, she got tired of that. Hello, I'm down here.
He claimed the record title of...
when the people would go up to his casket and they'd open it up and go, it's all right.
That was a bit he did there. He
opened a little thing. Like it was a cigar box or something.
Hilarious.
Like a door.
Yeah.
It looked like a door.
Oh, it did.
It was like a smaller... It's all right. Big laughs.
I thought that was hilarious as a kid.
Of course you did. You
Great
like
gag.
Alan Sherman, too. There's no accounting for...
genius.
Did you do the butter, that parquet thing?
They stole that from him.
Oh, that
Is that
wasn't
right?
him.
Parquet. I always loved that as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
You'd think they'd have to give him some cash or
No,
something.
I'm not.
That's his bit.
A gag.
That was his bit.
Michael Bell did that voice. Parquet is one of my voice heroes.
I like that.
You have voice heroes?
Oh, yeah.
Who else is your voice
Dick
hero?
Tufeld.
I'm sorry?
He did the...
Dick
Dick
Tufeld.
Tufeld. That sounds like a porno star.
Make jokes.
Yeah, no.
He did the robot's voice on Lost in Space.
Oh.
Alexander Scorby. He's
Danger
amazing.
Will Robinson.
That's him. Yep. John Facenda, of course, cannot be touched.
He was the NFL guy.
He's amazing.
He was
the autumn wind is a raider.
Was he the tundra of?
Yeah, it's him. Frozen.
Did he invent that? The frozen tundra of Lambeau
Sable
Field?
Kid wrote it, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't Capote one of your favorite voice guys? Yeah.
When you're thinking about buying a car,
The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
think about Cadillac. That's so weird. I just watched his interview with Cavett the other night.
The liquored up one?
And who was on? No, it was Truman Capote, Cavett, of course, and somebody else. And they didn't go together, but it really...
Jimi Hendrix?
It was close. Somebody like that.
Oh.
Maybe Janis Joplin. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember. I'll remember here. Somebody will tell me. Anyway, the new record for a collection of unique mobile phone models from Nokia. Mr. Wences Fernandez holds the record at 3,615.
I mean, this is...
Wait a minute. They've made that many different phones? What?
That's crazy.
No, there's no way.
Record title with a collection of 3,615 unique mobile phone models. He started with Nokia phones, Mr. Oh, well... You buried the lead on me.
He even helped set you up. I doubt that. Nokia didn't.
I knew it.
He really hammered.
I knew it.
He set you up.
Yeah. He started his collection with Nokias. And now he's branched out to NEC, Motorola, BlackBerry, Samsung, HTC, Apple, and Siemens.
Ooh.
Some of the phones have Siemens on them.
Oh, wow.
Some of his phones specially manufactured limited editions, such as his Nokia 3220 Star Wars Episode 3 collection.
How about that?
He owns Yoda, Starfighter, Obi-Wan, Cyborg, and Padawan versions of the phone.
Did you know they made those?
No.
Of course not.
You know they make, don't they make a Matrix version of their phone? I think that was a Nokia.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah.
Roaming charges must be a bitch, all those phones from Japan. Does anybody ever call this guy, by the way? I'm guessing he's probably single.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I used to have a Matrix phone ring here on my telephone.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, wait.
Okay, well, yeah, we got nothing to do. Christy, what do you got coming up over there?
Well, are we...
Oh, here we go. Here, this is from the Matrix.
Operator. It was worth the wait. How does that differ from any other phone?
Sounds just like it. That's classic default right there.
Take the red pill or the blue pill. It's up to you.
You've never seen The Matrix, have you, Tom?
I went to see The Matrix 2, and I couldn't make head nor tail.
Wait,
that really is.
Can't jump in the middle.
You really, that's tough to follow you when you've seen the first one.
I don't know. I thought when I saw Ass Creamers 2, I didn't have a problem following it.
True.
Is it Ask Kramers or Kramer? Kramers.
Kramer versus Kramer.
I'm sorry.
A very poignant porn.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a story. It's interesting and sad and in all of it. Former NFL player Goster Charolis has been...
Is it Goster or Gooster?
I don't know. Arrested for allegedly urinating on an airplane passenger.
I was in the NFL, baby.
Massachusetts State Police said the 40-year-old appeared drunk when he boarded the plane, allegedly argued with the flight crew about his seat.
What do you mean I have to sit here?
Too good to sit here.
Someone's getting peed on.
And an hour into the flight, he urinated on an elderly passenger.
What is it?
She was sacked, literally.
The Delta Airlines flight, as if they haven't been through enough, bound for Dublin, returned to Boston Logan Airport when it was met by state police troopers and Border Patrol agents.
How pissed would you be if they had to turn the plane around?
She was really pissed and pissed on.
Pissed off and pissed on.
Police said officers tried to get him to leave the plane, but he became irate and uncooperative. And he's like 6'5", about 240.
Well, you know, now that I think it, maybe the old lady asked for it.
Oh, yeah.
Piss on me, big man.
I wish they'd given you the whole Coke. Then you'd really have some ammo.
I just want a large man to pee on me.
I've been bit by a jellyfish, you hunk.
You Nubian god. He was taken off the plane and arrested for disorderly conduct as well as disturbing a flight crew. Mr. Charolis later apologized to the passenger and flight crew. Sorry,
I peed all over you.
And saying he had taken sleeping medication.
The classic.
Yes.
That's the go-to.
And that caused his bad behavior. There you go.
Okay, well, he's still number one in my book.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, look what we've got. Stupid world.
How would that... You have to get up from your seat and...
Oh, it would be terrible. Hope that you have a change of clothes in your carry-on.
There is an interview with the lady who was urinated on.
Oh, really?
She kind of tells the story. Well, he just came over. He took his penis out.
She really says that?
Yeah.
He unraveled it, and my gosh, if he didn't start spraying me down.
If I shut my eyes, I can still see it coming at me.
I admit, I loved it.
All right.
David Rush has broken the Guinness record.
This is the big one. The big one.
I don't.
Yes.
This needs to be verified with a capital F.
He did it with the Guinness. He now has the world record for records.
Most concurrent world record titles. David is the third person to hold this record. The first was
what?
Her name is, or his name, Ashrita.
Oh, there's an R in there.
Yeah.
Ashrita?
Ashrita.
Oh, is it pronounced Ashrita?
Ashrita Furman.
A firm Ashrita?
You guys.
Is it Ashrita?
It's Ashrita, I believe.
I think his first name's Take.
I think it's a Shrit.
I think it's Take. Take Ashrita?
Yeah, Take Ashrita. I'm grateful that man on the plane didn't do that.
I like to leave one, not take one.
Silvio's.
That old bromide.
Mr. Rush currently holds a total of 181 titles to take the record from Silvio Saba, who has 180.
I'm a Silvio Saba.
I'm so sad. David highlighted that his journey. Oh, he went to talk about his journey.
This is a great thing. We've been holding out for this for a long time. Congratulations,
Patty's
Mr. Rush.
About his journey.
It's been a long journey for all of us.
It's been 9 years in the making, and I feel like I've been with him every day of those 9 years.
Go hug your kids.
He has learned that. Oh, are you ready?
Yes.
Daddy, play with me. I'm over here.
Get a pencil, something to write with, and a piece of paper.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Mr. Rush has learned, quote, a growth mindset accompanied by grit. You can accomplish virtually anything.
He did it. Come on.
How about that? What a lovely AI written sentiment.
So is he done now?
Grit and moxie.
Oh, no.
You guys.
Moxie.
Why
didn't he put... I like moxie.
like the cut of his jib, right?
Oh, yeah.
Moxie.
Still with his family? That's miraculous.
Well, for what all we know.
Do they recognize him?
You go sleep in the garage with your records. See how you like that. Son of a bitch.
Do they give you, what do they give you, a plaque?
I would assume.
So he's got 181
One.
Are they in the garage?
They give you a false sense of intelligence, obviously, for starters.
I wonder where they are.
They're in a box in the garage, exactly.
Is there like a museum?
Oh, do you think he has them hung up all over?
That'd take up a lot of space.
Yeah, it would.
Hope he's got a nice garage. I just have a feeling the missus doesn't want them. All right. They're not going in the living room. Having company over, go, oh, look, here's the one for juggling while descending the stairs.
The world record room. That'd be kind of nice. Have your own world record room.
Congratulations, David. You did it.
So
Good for you.
Proud.
Now, what's coming up? Is that the end of sports?
We'll see.
Okay. Also coming up, we have psilocybin in the news.
Oh, hey,
the Loch Ness Monster.
Let's take a trip, man.
Shark news, dog news, and ravioli news.
It's ravioli night.
It's a ravioli.
I can't wait.
Not to mention, how'd you do with your rectal exam? We're gonna find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening.
Now, when you first got out of the Marines, didn't you have to be an usher like at your sister's wedding or something? What was that story?
Right. When you come out of boot, first of all, let me just say I was engaged once. And the girl kept the ring.
Oh, no.
That was 2 hours of salary gone. All right. No. When you come out of boot camp, you're ready for anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Outstanding. That's the attitude. Outstanding. That's the Marine Corps. When I came out of boot camp, my sister got married. She had me seat the people at her wedding. They'd come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down. Shut your pie hole. I don't want to be your friend. 200 people showed up and put them all in the same row. Tighten it up. We don't have all day. We are totally uncomfortable. Outstanding. Shut your cake, hole or pie. What do you eat, cake or pie?
Oh, my God.
Comedian Greg Hunt.
Why can't we have single vows? How about some single vows?
Single vows?
I vow to be single?
How would that work?
Vows, do you promise to sit all by yourself in your quiet apartment with your frozen dinner and your stupid pet fish? Yeah. Never have a ride to or from the airport? Yeah. Sign me up. Park the lot 88Z. Schlepping your stuff.
But I want to clarify for Christy, because I know Christy's a big Catholic, and I grew up Catholic. I was an altar boy as a kid, and I think Jesus is a great role model, but I think he's kind of like the popular guy in high school where everyone says they're his friend, but he wouldn't name you as one of his best friends. Like if you asked him who his best friends were, he'd be like Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Matt Damon. And you'd be like, what about Mike Birbiglia? He'd be like, I feel like I'd recognize his face if I saw him, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Jesus has a lot of Twitter followers.
He does.
Actually.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have a wedding agreement I'm putting together right now. I've been writing it over here. The girl's gonna have to sign this before I get married.
Okay.
Number one, at no time will your rear end be wider than your shoulders. Okay. Number two, your eyebrows will number 2. Normal size, not super skinny or painted on, thus reflecting mental illness.
It's all making good sense so far.
So far, keep going,
We will have a dog for me to play with and for you to care for. Same with children.
By the way, Greg is serious about that. We have had that conversation where you don't say that in joke form.
No.
You don't do your version where you've said to me, I want a girl to marry who we can get a dog and she'll take care of the dog when I go on the road. And that's one of your prerequisites.
And pick me up at the airport in your SUV.
You've had this conversation.
Why limit it to an SUV? Why not a limo?
Because you want to drive it.
Limo's a good idea, Bob. Good idea. I like limos.
Dear Allie, my boyfriend is into crazy things like putting me in dog collars and leashes and having me walk on all fours. Then he'll give me champagne out of a doggy bowl.
Yes.
I actually have a lot of fun with it. But now he likes to take me in the backyard to pee. That's still okay.
Tom, if you're not watching Tom, you're not watching the greatest show on the planet.
It's still okay if our backyard was totally private, but it's not. And I think he's gearing things toward to make it quasi-public, and that's kind of freaking me out.
No.
A, could we get in trouble for this? We both have good jobs. Maybe that's how I should tell him to stop. And B, am I being lame by not wanting him to go public?
Yes, you are. You're a filthy mutt, and you need to, the sooner you learn that.
Tom, Tom, what's your problem with this whole thing? You really do look.
This is really wild.
It's going to get worse. This guy's
champagne in a dog bowl. And the fact that it's champagne is really something.
Yeah, but she's into all of it except for it being public. Maybe
I'm not sure she's
that's her.
into it.
Well, she's acting like she is.
She said it.
Yeah, she said she's okay with all of it except.
Okay.
If it's for kinks, keep it in the bedroom or take a dump on his side of the bed, and then maybe he will figure it out. Like the dog is not
Well,
happy.
I guess we're done with this one.
Have you considered that?
Way too into it.
Yeah, and then what if he rubs your face and he goes,
oh,
no.
never mind. You're right.
Anyway, you're
bad dog.
a dirty little Bowser, aren't you? Yeah.
That's very, as Chick McGee once said, this sort of thing, a lot of specificity.
That is wild.
That is.
He's into, that's.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the answer is whatever, when it gets to the point where you're not comfortable, don't do it at all.
Say it,
Yes,
yeah.
do not do it.
I mean, I just think you'd have to talk to a professional on this one. Won't this just keep escalating?
Potentially, but she's got to say no. So whatever you're not comfortable with, please don't do. But if you're fine with being leashed around the yard that has maybe a tall fence,
that's right.
Oh, good for you. You guys,
maybe
you
just
found
come
each
to put
other.
up a fence. Exactly.
Yeah.
Go to dinner,
Come
get
to
a nice restaurant. Sit.
I don't guess there's any.
Can she have a her bag?
Any reason to ask what position he likes?
Yeah, right. I think we know.
That's the camper. We're done now.
Yeah, I think we're
I
done.
hope she's not allergic to peanut butter.
Let's get to our next letter.
Now he's played in Las Vegas for $25 million in wages. Gardner Minshew. Sing it with me one time. Gardner Minshew. Oh, it's perfect.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Alexa, how can someone listen to Bob and Tom radio on a smart speaker?
Just say, Alexa, play Bob and Tom radio on TuneIn.
TuneIn?
Correct. Alexa, play Bob and Tom radio on TuneIn.
I feel responsible.
You are responsible.
I'm sorry. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're having a great time.
Very confusing.
Because Tom started out with this.
Take me like a dog, Elvis.
Yes, sir. And it's only gone up from there.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We have a guest. He's not in here. He was coming in here momentarily. We'll be joined by comedian John Evans.
Johnny.
He's a very, very funny guy. Look forward to talking to him.
Padum.
That's right. A couple quick things. Mr. Godwin is over there.
Yep.
He's not going to be over there on Friday night. You know why?
Oh, getting out of town, baby.
Out of town, huh?
Getting out of Dodge.
He's going to be in Louisville. That's going to be at the place called The Caravan. And it'll be Pat Godwin live and in person.
I thought the name of that was the Comedy Caravan.
It was. I'm not sure what happened, but they
I'm doing a serious set.
You're going to open with your...
Just do the same thing I've always done.
And that'll be Friday and Saturday. Is that correct?
Yeah, 2 shows each night.
That's great. And then over there at the Dude Wipes sports desk, it's Chick McGee. And over there at the Sidekick chair, it's Josh Arnold, not just any Sidekick chair. It's the Steven Singer, IHateStevenSinger.com Sidekick chair.
That's right.
And then Christy Lee's over there at the Silac news desk.
That's right.
Dude Wipes, still using TP. That's industry speak for toilet paper.
Gee, thanks.
Dump your roll because wet cleans better than dry. That's just good science. Try Dude Wipes for the best clean, pants down. Have you seen the television commercial for Dude Wipes?
Do you have any, Christy, do you have any Vaseline over there?
No, but I could go get some.
I needed to when I cram that sound effects thing up Josh's.
Oh, Josh.
Oh, geez, I need a dude wipe.
Oh, did you make a boom boom?
Could we?
Speaking of butts,
Did you make a mess?
medical officials have reprimanded a doctor over what they are calling, quote unquote, unnecessary digital rectal exams.
But I like it.
And we don't mean digital like your phone, we mean like your finger. Prince Edward Island authorities investigated a complaint from a woman concerned regarding how Dr. Paul Phelan was caring for her brother.
A complaint by a woman, you don't say.
Oh, wait a second. This is weird, though.
Oh, have you sat in here during the break?
She's complaining.
And now
about,
Josh angers 50% of the audience.
Okay, start over. I'm confused.
All right. This woman is upset because she says Dr. Paul Phelan, who was caring for her brother, performed frequent unnecessary digital rectal exams and used an outdated technique with the patient lying face upward.
Okay, this is weird.
How the hell
This
did you
is
do that?
weird. So he's like in a baby,
He's underneath.
like he's like changing a baby.
Oh, like Happy Baby.
Yeah, here, let me get my finger in there. We don't know. We got to check it.
The worst part is his doctor's a dentist.
Yeah, he had no business rooting around down there.
Maybe I read that wrong.
He said he wanted to check for cavities, but I...
The most objectionable part, though, is when the doctor went... Because he had his
What's
finger.
wrong with me, Doc? I don't know. I can't put a finger on it. What? So is this some kind of weird pleasure thing that...
He must like it.
Must.
One of them or he
Somebody
or both
does.
likes it.
I like the way they pinch my finger.
Oh, God.
Yeah, grip it.
Grip it and rip it.
That is
trying to take my ring off.
And this is happening where?
It was in Canada.
You know, it's one size too small.
Prince Edward Island.
I wanted this to be a challenge.
Isn't that the classic joke?
I don't know. Is it?
Do you have Prince Edward in the can?
Prince Albert.
Oh, that would be different than
Prince
wouldn't it?
Edward.
Well, see, he's got his finger in
King
the can.
Edward. Wasn't it King? Yeah, King Edward.
And from what I understand, the doctors at Prince Andrew Island are all young.
There we go.
Yeah, they're pediatricians.
Very good.
Now, what makes that right? And
Nothing.
And I can't say
but just
about Italians. What makes
you got something to say about Italians?
I might have.
Your mic's on.
You ravioli eater.
I think in the cultural court.
Speaking of ravioli, a woman in Florida is in custody after hitting her sister with ravioli. According to Clearwater police, the 21-year-old suspect became angry that her sis would not share her food that had been delivered to their home.
Clearwater police almost all have to wear shorts, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
I hope they let them.
Yeah, they probably should.
She allegedly threw a plate of ravioli at her sibling.
No, at least it wasn't in the can still.
Oh, boy, yeah.
That would have hurt.
Responding police noted the victim still had sauce from the raviolis on her.
Sauce. Marinara, like the sauce.
Who threw it at her?
Chrissy's
sister.
Sauce.
We have two sisters fighting.
Her sister.
Okay, one sister wouldn't share her food.
She was probably on the ragu.
May have been.
Prego. Maybe
on the ragu.
The 21-year-old.
On the ragu.
Admitted
the delivery didn't sell, did it?
No, it was fine.
I mean, either that or her hormones were crazy because she's prego. You never know with these crazy Florida broads.
Much better joke.
Well, it only stands because of the foundation you built.
Oh, thank you.
On the shoulders of giants.
We're a team with insulting menopausal humor.
The 21-year-old admitted to the apparent pasta assault, which was also witnessed by the victim's boyfriend, and she now faces charges of domestic battery.
Didn't we have spaghetti last week?
Yes.
Yeah, what do we have that week?
Pasta flying.
A lot of pasta flying.
Yeah, wow. You know what she said?
No, what?
Boy, are these raviolis hurting me.
Boy, are these ravioli hot.
Boy, are these ravioli hot.
You see, Christy, it's a chef of Boyardee.
Yes.
Boy, are these ravioli hurting my face.
They never give you enough ravioli.
No, they don't. Not at restaurants. No.
They do at Steven Singer.
Ooh.
It's ravioli night every Thursday.
How many would be enough?
80.
That's a start.
Josh wants 40. Am I
80
right?
ravioli. Yeah, I bet 40
the big
apiece.
size ravioli?
If you bring me 4 to 6 ravioli, that plate is hitting a wall. You have to
stop playing around.
Yeah, could you bring me
at least a dozen?
Yes.
At least.
Now, Pat, don't you have a ravioli song?
Luigi does, my buddy. Chick's new buddy, yeah.
Oh, I love this guy. Yay.
It's so good to see you.
What's Italian for chicken? That's what I need to find out.
Is it pollo?
That's Spanish.
for chicken.
It might be pollo.
Close enough. For the countries are practically
I am
twins.
pollo.
Do you notice that they...
Are you by yourself?
Yeah, I'm by myself. Yeah,
Where's
my
Gina?
girlfriend.
Where's Gina?
She did up my butt a few days ago. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no, that's a shame.
Gina Statutory?
Yes.
She pegged you?
She begged me for a mafia.
What happened to your Italian accent?
She a pegged you?
She a pegged you.
That's okay.
You notice they never give you enough for ravioli. Oh, plenty of pizza and stromboli. Oh, more than enough sweet cannoli. But only 4 ravioli. Josh says, I want 40 ravioli. That I won't eat so slowly. Shove it in my pie hole. I want 40 ravioli. That's what I want. How about you?
I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
I want 40 ravioli.
Not 4.
Now, Tom and I are big fans of the canned ravioli.
I am.
I fell for that.
I hate
You
Steven
guys were
Singer.
saying how great it was, so I picked up a can.
I hate StevenSinger.com and send them an email about ravioli night.
I was a beefaroni girl as a kid. That beefaroni instead of ravioli.
Yeah, we never had the beefaroni.
Was that the same company
Yes,
as
Chef Boyardee.
Was it?
Chef Boyardee?
Oh, yeah.
I never read that. That
Beefaroni.
was the only one I liked was the Chef Boyardee canned ravioli.
Yeah.
Now, is that because he was from Cleveland? You're very Cleveland-centric? Is that what that was all about?
I didn't know that.
And I would load it up with grated Kraft Parmesan.
Yeah.
You got to go. Yeah, I've realized with Parmesan cheese, brand name. Generic, no thanks.
You don't shred your own now?
Oh, gosh, no.
Chick McGee, Mr. Smart Guy.
Is Reggiano or something?
Oh, that's a good one.
See
is
this,
pollo, by the
see
way.
this dollar bill here?
Chicken.
Yeah. Is that $1 or 20?
You
You don't have a single. Go ahead. Yeah, I see the dollar.
Do you remember the real Chef Boyardee's first name?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Chef Hector.
What?
Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
No, I'd be the worst game show host on the planet.
Oh, no. The worst
You
game
know the
show.
answer?
The worst game
it's
show
Ed Asner.
And I believe you've won the pyramid. Congratulations.
It didn't even let him answer.
I knew it was Hector.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on the honor system.
By the way, I'd pay $50,000 to watch Chick and Tom on the pyramid.
Oh, my God. We should try to do that one morning. See how many fights we can get into in 60 seconds.
Coming up.
Things that wobble. Things that...
Comedian John Evans will be joining us. Also, we have...
Things that are drunk.
He might know about this. We have psilocybin mushrooms in the news.
Why would he
know about that?
Boy, you just ratted him out.
Man.
Isn't he a big fan of the reefer?
I believe he's a sober man.
Sorry. Okay, sorry.
He's been sober for quite a while.
Oh, I'm so sorry, John. I had no idea. We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
We have Etta May in the studio with us. Etta May is the mother of several. What is the official count now?
4.
Okay, great.
Not counting my husband. Yeah.
You're done, right?
Thank you. My oldest boy, Bud, is 17, and then Corona, she is 16, and Miller is 13, and then Jack is 8.
There's a theme there.
Well, no, trust me, after the third one, I had graduated to hard liquor.
Understood.
It helps. And Jack is just a dream.
Is he?
My little 8-year-old.
Yeah.
He started kindergarten this year, so we're very
He's 8? Wow.
Yeah. Chick, take you back, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it does.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
That kid's huge.
Nothing like being 20 during your senior year in high school.
You're popular.
Yeah.
you can drive and
drinking.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Drive your buddies around.
Yeah. So we're very proud of him, and my 17-year-old is problems are arising, and I'm seeing flags. Let's put it down. The other day, he walked in the house. He had pierced his bottom lip.
Ooh.
Jeez.
And tried to hide it from me. It's like, you know what? Be a man. Own it. Mm-hmm. Don't hide it. And it's, it's like, hello, you got a spike sticking out your bottom lip.
Man up.
I might notice that at breakfast when Cheerios keep getting hung up on it. Yeah, my son, for his graduating class, now looks like a ring toss game. Okay? Yeah, he tries to hide it, and it's like, hey, Mom, I'm gonna go to my room, okay? And it's like, come here, what's the matter with you? Why are you talking? Come here. And I said, put your hand down. And it's like, oh, honey, what did you do? And I said, did that hurt going in? Did it hurt coming out? Oh. Hey, any holes be put in my kid's head, I'll do it. The problem is the kid he runs with. That's the bad influence. This kid has so many piercings, he looks like he was attacked by a nail gun, okay? Somebody from Home Depot did a drive-by on him. I mean, I call him Tackle Box.
Sounds attractive.
Oh, yeah. Gunner, you can take him fishing.
Really?
He's got a couple fish hooks right here.
Oh, yeah.
About 13 lures in his ear, a couple sinkers coming out of his nose.
It's convenient, yeah.
The kid can't even walk past my refrigerator without all the magnets going.
Hello, my name is Alexa. Are you looking for Bob and Tom Radio? Well, it's on me. Just say, Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
I watch a lot of news. By the way, my favorite news channel is CNN Headline News.
Is it?
Because there's no segue between stories. They go from polar opposite A to B with nothing in between.
Yeah.
And that's what the future looks like with a nuclear North Korea. Coming up next, a boy in Pittsburgh collects nickels. It's like the news for people with ADD. We're all gonna die. Hey, a horsey. Squirrel. But these are some news stories that I noticed over the past several weeks. Could I share some?
Sure.
A woman in England pled guilty to disturbing the peace with her noisy lovemaking.
Yeah.
Well, she said guilty, but you could totally tell she was faking it.
Sure.
A company in Ireland created the world's first ever green technology vibrator that's powered by winding it up. Which means basically it's a Jack in the Box.
Technically, it is.
Sesame Street turned 40 years old last year, which you could tell because Big Bird got an earring and a Corvette.
There is that fear for me of doing the person and them not liking it. You know, it's a very real possibility. Like, for example, recently I started doing the voice of a British action star, Jason Statham.
Oh, sure.
Love that guy.
My man crush. I love
Terrific,
that guy.
right?
The bank job. Oh,
So my fear is, though, because I didn't know whether to do him in the stand-up special that I mentioned is coming on in Showtime in the summer. So I struggle with doing it because I am afraid to do his voice and then get a call from him in the middle of the night. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Why don't I tell you, mate? I'm the bloke who's going to rip you into little pieces. Then I'm going to swallow those pieces before you die. And even though that doesn't make sense, I don't want that call.
No, I don't blame you.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that guy, too.
Oh, he's great.
That's Kevin Pollak.
Maggie, you guys rock. Chrissy Lee's got nice ride.
Hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
North and South, was that? Oh, that wasn't Robert Mitchum. That was War and Remembrance.
War and Remembrance. A great miniseries. There's Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Who was in North and South?
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
East and West.
Jefferson Davis and Abraham Lincoln.
Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee.
Larry Zonka, too. North and South.
Tom Griswold. We have a special guest.
He is a comedian. John Evans has joined us, known for his love of thrift stores. And your nickname, is it still the...
People say it, High Plains Thrifter, but it was... I think someone came along on online and started doing a vlog. Maybe not a vlog, but just a blog about, and was calling themselves the High Plains Thrifter. So when I started my own web series, I was like, I don't want anyone to think I lifted this, even though everyone in this room clearly knows that name goes back with me. But so I called my show Mid Mod Money, and it's a weekly, every Monday. I mean, Mondays are terrible. But every Monday, rain or shine, I show people what I bought and what I'm going to sell it for from thrift stores, vintage stuff. And it's like kind of like, you guys heard of Apple computers?
Yeah.
No.
I think they also do phones. But, it's like that. It's like the garage, Steve Jobs in his garage.
Ah, okay.
You know, subscriber-wise. I'm at, 3,000 something subscribers. But, it's catching heat. I did an episode about Avon collectibles.
Oh, wow.
Very hot.
Wow.
Now, do you sell these to these people? Or
I think I might have to start because they all invariably they will say, hey, my grandma had that. I would love to have that. So I've got to figure out a way. I usually just put it in my booth.
Avon that's the ding dong Avon calling.
Yeah.
Is that makeup?
They had makeup, but they had like decanters, a lot of perfumes that would come in.
Very
cologne
unique
and decanters
bottles and things.
Yeah.
I had a cologne in a Avon cleat.
Oh, it was like a football cleat.
Yeah.
And
what?
Yeah. They did everything like an old.
Sure, Tommy.
Like you wouldn't believe it, like a golf cart that like the top and it's got like wild country aftershave or something.
Is the aftershave still in it?
Yeah.
Real
in
kitschy.
A lot of cases there are, yeah.
My grandpa had like a Model A or a Model T or something with cologne.
Yeah, exactly. Then it was an Avon thing, and they're everywhere, and they're so mass produced. So I put out a video of like, the sad truth about Avon collectibles, which they're not really worth anything because they made so many of them. And you go to any flea market, someone will try to sell you, a perfume bottle that looks like a hippo in a top hat. It's like some weird Avon thing from the 70s.
That sounds really cool. I'd like to have that.
A hippo in a top hat. I know.
So I saw a niche here, and you can do this for any topic: cookie jars, salt and pepper shakers.
And you're famous for collecting.
I'm famous for. I also do collect several things.
Do you collect anything that you actually keep?
That's where it gets weird. Like I'm there to sell it, but what has happened is I found a lot of things that people don't want, so they sell it so cheap, like scary clowns and creepy clowns is one of the things that I've
How big are these things?
Massive, like a picture of a clown's face in 3 dimensions.
No.
From the 60s. Plastic, like real colorful and just incredibly sad.
You know what you should do is surprise your 12-year-old, that's your youngest?
Yes.
Put that over their bed as you're sleeping, and then when they wake up in the morning, let them see that. They'll really appreciate it.
My grandparents had this original This thing was ancient Emmett Kelly doll.
Oh, yeah?
And it horrified us to no end. I wonder what happened to that, and I would gift it to you if I knew where it was.
I have like a really heavy chalkware. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like you used to get at the state fair. This is years ago in the 40s,
wait a minute.
40s and 50s.
Yeah,
they had like chalkware dogs, and like you could win but this is like a big heavy clown face. That's just the face is 14, 16 inches tall, sad and weird, and I don't know what the symbolism there, but you guys can read into that if you'd like. But it's stuff that my girlfriend would be like, "You collect clown stuff," and I go, "I don't collect clown. I'm not one of those, but I am in a way. Like I am the Avon guy. I am so I was like, I figured that utilize my collecting ability to like detect what's worth money and the things that I found. Like I'm literally at a flea market. I'm done at this guy's thing. I look into the box. I see salt and pepper shakers. I go, hey, what do you want for these? And since I bought $11 worth of, he goes, just take them. And I said, well, let me give you $1.
Yeah.
I go home and, my research guy, my fiance, she's also my lamp guy and my clock guy. And she's my, but she said, what are you going to sell those for? I don't know, $28, $30. I knew they were something. Well, they're a pattern called Spring Blossom from Anchor Hawking. She goes, guy, the last one of these on eBay sold for $99 plus shipping.
Wow.
And people will give this stuff to you. They don't have any idea what it's worth. They're just cleaning out their
garage.
They're cleaning out their garage.
Yeah, get rid of all this crap.
So I'll tell you how in this day and age where everyone has a side hustle, my side hustle has turned into like the main thing.
Nice.
Which is, it's nice to not travel as much. But I love being in the Midwest.
Well, we'll talk to you in a few minutes about more of this, but first we have to check in at the SciLac News Desk with Christy Lee. What have we missed?
Well, we were talking about psilocybin off the air. Scientists have discovered 2 new species of the psychoactive mushrooms in southern Africa. One mushroom, dubbed psilocybin maluti, is a mushroom that grows on cow manure and has been used by Lesotho traditional healers from the mountain kingdom of Lesotho.
Now, this has always troubled me.
Seeing mushrooms growing out of manure?
And who's walking down the trail and they see a pile of cow poop and they go, oh, there's a mushroom there. I guess I'll eat that.
Well, it's usually people from a mountain kingdom.
Or someone who's very hungry.
They don't have Wi-Fi. Probably.
According to researchers, this appears to be the only recorded first-hand report of hallucinogenic mushrooms being used traditionally in Africa.
Oh, wow. So it hasn't been happening since.
Yeah.
Well, there are people who believe that mushrooms facilitated our evolution. Like early man got a hold of these things and kind of went, wait, we're all kind of one thing, right? And like the next step was cranking out a wheel or something,
All right, first off, Evans, evolution is a myth. Second.
Well, these folks in these rural parts of Africa can, for the first time, see things that aren't there, like hope and opportunity. Civilization. I'm sorry.
Convenience store.
Too much on the nose, is it? So,
parking garages.
Yeah.
Progress.
Arby's.
Yeah. Corn dogs.
Oh, I could go for a corn dog right now. We have frozen corn dogs. Can we? Okay, sorry.
So you've taken mushrooms?
I have several times, and I had a bad LSD trip as a sophomore in high school, and I swore off LSD, and after I realized that was just the circumstances and the situation around, it wasn't the drug per se, it was the things that were going on around me at the time, which was, but that's neither here nor there. I have done psilocybin magic mushrooms in Joshua Tree National Park.
Oh, my.
A beautiful desert, and it can be a incredibly spiritual experience. That's what I get out of it. I feel a connection with the universe. So, you're not supposed to go to a club and listen to bad music. You know what I mean? Anyone's going to have a bad trip if you're listening to Nelly all night. He's still. Is that a current reference?
No, but it works.
Yeah, it does work.
I think that there is an aspect of it that can be extremely beneficial to humankind.
I'm more old school. I like mushrooms on pizza.
You can put yours on pizza.
That don't cause me to see lizards that are electric.
Electric lizards.
Did you see electric lizards?
No, I didn't, but I saw hot tuna live at a state fair.
I love those guys.
Hot tuna?
Yorma?
Oh, God, you've hit a nerve there.
Moby, were they had a double bill with Moby Grape?
Jack Cassidy?
You can leave at any time.
And Yorma? Oh, I love those guys.
Oh, jeez. And what's the other one that you
Yorma?
like? A Strawberry Alarm Clock?
No. Hot Tuna was a sub-band of the Great Jefferson Airplane.
Who else do you like?
Of that era?
Yeah.
Oh, the Doors, of course.
Well, but they're famous. I mean,
Canned Heat?
Like Moby
so
Grape
good.
and those guys.
Maybe Canned Heat is what made the tuna hot.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, have you considered that?
Yeah.
Oh, you consider that on psilocybin?
Going Up the Country is a good song.
It is a good
sure.
song.
So
great song.
They also did a double album with John Lee Hooker that is one of the greatest recordings of all time.
Well, is that normally or while on psilocybin?
No, that was just a straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They sounded okay.
Okay, good. Good to know. Right now, I want to remind you, our buddy Steven Singer has it going every day.
Yes, he does.
Don't say anything about ravioli, please.
Especially Thursday night is ravioli night. All you can eat ravioli at Steven Singer Jewelers.
IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shoot him an email.
I'm going to have to get a hold of IHateChickMcGee.com. I imagine it's probably taken. Thank you, Ace. Steven Singer, what is going on there? It's real diamonds. That's what's happening there. Real natural earthborn diamonds from a real jeweler you can trust. Steven Singer, famous for his full 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee, plus fast and free shipping all year long, every day. Every day. That you don't have to wait for some weirdo sale. He doesn't do that. There's not a super moon sale today only. Nope. Every day is a great day to shop at Steven Singer Jewelers. Perhaps get your sweetie maybe some beautiful earrings, maybe a nice bracelet or necklace, maybe something with some real diamonds in it, of course. And remember, you can return that thing and you can upgrade, is what I'm trying to say. So maybe you got them this big. Well, next year you want to get them this big? Well, he or she will love that. Check it out at IHateStevenSinger.com. Once again, tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. One place, one price every day. It's IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up in the news, we have some interesting stuff going on out there, including sharks and dogs, not in the same story, the Loch Ness Monster, and whale's tail. You know what that is, don't you? The whale's tail?
Yeah.
It's a street thing. It involves
racing.
Really?
Yeah. Is it racing?
It involves the
It
butt.
involves a woman.
The butt. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Let's see, that's Bob. I'm Tom. Chick McGee's over there at the Quality Drivers Sports Desk. Christy Lee, future truck driver.
That's me, baby. I'm going to be driving the big rigs.
We're going to get Christy over to Quality Drivers and learn how to drive the big rigs. Comedian Justin Willman has joined us in the studio.
Hello.
You may have seen him on Ellen. You may have been at the White House when he was there.
It's amazing.
He's here in the studio.
I was being dragged out of the White House when he was there.
Were you wearing a cape?
I wasn't supposed to be there.
I was not.
Did you ever buy a cape? You ever? Did you ever?
Gotta have a cape.
Oh man,
No cape.
It's
How
a
about
little
top?
on the nose for me. Like
Top hat?
A top hat. I do own some top hats,
Okay.
but I'm trying to help shed
Magic
that,
wand? Do you have a
shed
magic
that
wand?
image.
Magic wand?
I don't have a magic wand.
The tuxedo and the cape is traditional.
Those are the. I thought they required accoutrement
Magician.
for a musician.
Magician.
And a musician as well. But I had that phase. We were talking about Lance Burton off the air. I had that Lance Burton phase where I would put that tuxedo on and make doves appear. But there's something about like when you're 14 and owning a tuxedo that just doesn't seem right.
You have to take care of the doves too.
And the doves, yeah.
A lot of work when you're 14.
You know what doves eat? Dove chow.
Food. Dove chow.
Dove chow.
Purina dove chow.
Purina dove chow. I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they make it.
Now, you were a longtime host on television of Cupcake Wars. Which is now on Netflix.
It is.
Is
it
it?
is. The war rages on now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
9 years of production on the Food Network.
9 years.
Wow.
That might be America's longest war.
But you're a very slender man, so you never ate a cupcake.
Diabetes
apparently.
won the war, sadly, in the end.
Now, it's my understanding we're going to try to do another magic trick on the radio.
That is, your understanding is correct.
Since we don't know what you're going to do, is this the kind we can
What do we got?
I thought this would be interesting for the listeners. listeners, this is a lucky die I have. I'll show, and we're filming this, so if they wanted to watch it later on,
this is a pretty big die.
They could. 1 through 6. Do you want to hand that to Bob down there?
To me? Oh, all right.
Let me tell you. There's something strange about this.
Does that feel weird, Chick?
No, not at all, actually.
This feels like a regular die.
So, Bob, think of a number from 1 to 6. Don't say it, but turn it so that number's up, and then put your hand on the die.
Okay.
And tell me when you got a number that you like.
My hand
in there.
My hand is on the die.
Hands on the die, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a number from 1 to 6. I want you just to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, monotone. And then we'll see if I can pick it up in your voice. Maybe the listeners will hear it as well. Just a tell, if you will.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow, it was subtle. It was subtle. You know, I'm going to say, because, I mean, that was funny, but I think the number you sped through was 2. I think it was 2. Is it 2?
It's 2.
It is 2. Okay. Because he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is kind of a misdirect. Now, maybe that
Warlock!
He's a warlock.
Okay, how the hell did that happen?
Him.
How did he do that?
You can try it again, but it gets harder every time because you get very self-aware of your voice.
That's a good trick. That's a nice trick.
It's a little psychological.
Here, you do it with Chick?
That's a gorgeous piece. That's a gorgeous piece of business.
Wow,
gorgeous.
Now what do I do?
What do I do? I'm going to look away. Think of a number from 1 to 6. Turn it so that number's up. Put your hand on it.
Okay.
Christy's watching me.
Put my hand.
Right now. She's on to me. She's like, "Where?
Okay,
no cheating.
Got my hand
in a mirror.
I'm not cheating.
Your hands on it.
My hands on it, baby.
Okay, I'm going to turn your way now. Is that all right?
Okay. Go.
Now you have to
say 1 through 6. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh gosh. Okay. See, that was your radio voice was very good. Go backwards.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5. Is it 5? I felt something with 5. Please tell me it's 5. It'd be embarrassing if it's not. Zoom in. It's 5.
Okay, that's the greatest trick I've ever seen. We're hanging out with...
He's God. That's who that is.
We're hanging out with Justin
You're
Millman.
God.
We're doing... I was just kind of curious if you'd done any straight, sort of. And now this from ABC News. No?
I'd like to.
Mm-hmm.
BBC News in London. I'm Lakshmi Singh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now a word from Haifa. James Pettigrew.
Mm-hmm. See, you can do it.
I could do it, sure.
Sounds a little sarcastic, but...
Yes, well, then to actually get all the words not all jumbly-wumbly, I think that's the problem. I'd have to have a constant script.
Yeah.
I think I'd have problems talking off the cuff intelligently about world issues.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you're here.
Yes, exactly.
And now, the latest from Greece.
Yes.
With Maria Bamford.
In
English!
I'd like to order dessert with milk, please.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I could say something in Hindi. Ki hale kuta permilangi. Hello, dog. Goodbye.
That's what I got out of 4 years of Spanish.
Yeah.
Hola.
Dog, goodbye.
Oh, it's hi, Frank. Hello. Hola, Paco. Que tal? Yeah.
Very handy, very handy.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you speak a foreign language?
I went to a meetup group where you're supposed to learn Spanish, but no one was a fluent speaker, so we ended up speaking sort of pretend Spanish, like, sí, no, ay, ay, ay. It's like, oh my God, I'm really good at pretend languages.
Yeah, great.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy and Pat, Josh, Ace, I'm Chick. Hello, Tom. Got a special guest in the house.
Sitting in with us, it is comedian John Evans. You can find him on the World Wide Web. Where are you?
Well, my big thing is my YouTube web series, which we've talked about already. No.
Where does one find that?
It's YouTube. It's Mid-Mod Money on YouTube. Create your YouTube
I know
account.
a YouTube series is on YouTube, Ace, but there's a big...
You subscribe, and the first Monday of the month, I give away vintage treasure, and it could be anything, like little kitty cat salt and pepper shakers wearing bow ties.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, free. Who's doing anything free? And on a Monday.
Right.
You know, every Monday, rain or shine, I'm doing that. But yeah, also John Evans comedy.com, I think. But really, let's focus on. I'm sorry.
Say the name.
Mid-mod money, and what that stands for is
Mid-mod
mid-century modern.
Okay.
And that's the period between 1945 and 1971 where people really started considering that maybe a chair isn't just a chair. It can be a well-designed chair.
Yes.
An interesting-looking chair. So
I went to a brunch at a home on Sunday, and it was all mid-century modern. You would have loved it. Everything in there was so cool and so vintage.
Uncomfortable?
No, it was wonderful.
Chairs.
There is something about this whole thing that's sticking in your craw.
No,
I'm getting a
you don't
sense
like-
that there's something that's making you hesitate. I'm
You
not
don't
sure
like old
what.
things?
I'll give them.
I get creeped out, as you know. I get creeped out by a lot of old stuff.
Like
Really?
pre-owned things?
Do you know what a memory jar is?
Uh-oh. No.
A memory jar is a big jar, and people take the belongings of a person once they pass, and they put like a putty on the outside, and they stick the things from that person in the putty. Now, the only reason I know what this is because we found a jug lamp. It was a jug with this putty on it and all these things, and me and my girlfriend thought, well, what is this item? And she goes, wait, is that a tooth? Oh, and I'm not kidding you. There was next to
Tom is recoiling.
Yeah, Tom is weirding away right now.
Next to Mr. Peanut, the advertising character, there was a human gold tooth pressed into this jug.
Wow.
You know how much we got it for in an auction?
How much?
$8.
Wow.
$8 American dollars.
I'd give you $10 to never let me see it. And take it out of the room.
Do people buy other people's memory jars?
Well, I've never even heard of it until like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
You know, so we went to an auction and found this thing, and then I put it on my YouTube show, and then a woman said, "Hey, there's these thing called memory jars."
Wow.
And I think what that is like someone did that with a lamp.
Whoa.
So,
Are you okay, Tom?
No.
At least it was a gold tooth.
Yeah, it was a gold.
It wasn't just some rotten incisor.
Right.
I found it to be very interesting.
And isn't like gold $2,500 an ounce or something? I mean, it's
Oh,
doing
yeah,
fine,
you could
yeah.
pay for that.
Well, it's folk art. You know, that's a subcategory of a collectible where your average person will either carve something or make something by hand, and it becomes kind of this one-of-a-kind. 100 years from now, that jug could be on Antiques Roadshow. You know?
No, good news. I'll be dead. Let's see now. Let's go back to the Silac news desk where one finds Christy Lee.
A British OnlyFans model has sparked outrage online, not because of her memory jar, but she apparently was posting videos of herself hiding her underwear among food items in a supermarket.
Oh, this is fun.
A game worn.
Fun, yeah.
Miss Chloe Lopez is known for her videos wherein she removes her underwear in public and leaves the lingerie
yes, she does.
behind in various places, which she describes as leaving a donation.
How about that?
I watched one of these videos.
How altruistic
Did you?
of her.
Yeah, she reaches up and reaches down and pulls down her panties and
hides them there with the cabbages.
Yeah.
Well, one such video, Josh shows her taking off a pink thong in a supermarket aisle.
She
then
is.
scrunches her underwear up, places it in a tray with what appears to be fresh baked bread.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, the one I saw, she was putting it in the seafood section, and no one noticed it for a week.
Wow. Oh, my.
The one I'm watching, she puts. She is standing in front of like 6 or 7 vending machines. She bends over, takes her pan, and puts them in the bottom of the vending machine.
For someone to find.
Someone a little happy surprise.
You
there.
get your Andy Caps hot fries and
and maybe a chocolate zinger. And, some
Chocolate zinger, I'll tell you what.
A different video.
Now, are you looking at the same one I'm? It looks like she shoplifted a couple of cantaloupes while at the grocery store.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, those are absolutely fake.
Busty woman?
Yeah, a little too globular, if you know what I'm saying.
Those are
Jugsy?
Those are not factory issues.
Yeah, yeah, they're...
There she is.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a sweet lady.
Yeah.
Good gag. Getting international publicity.
Yeah, another video shows her leaving a pair of black underwear in the refrigerated section of the grocery store.
Is that the dark web? What are you guys watching this on?
OnlyFans, I guess, is what she's popular on.
This is Instagram.
By good gag, I thought you meant they were good to ball in your mouth and ball up and shove into your mouth.
There are gentlemen who love the hell out of what you just said, Josh.
Choke me with your undies, please.
That's right.
Really? I want to gargle your panties. Christy, would that phrase do anything for you?
Are you into that? You into that, Tom?
No.
Gargling panties?
Swallowing panties?
Gargle your panties.
Couldn't you choke to death?
Well, yeah.
Well, that'd be one we are.
Not really swallowing them, Tom.
You know what? You look like a pants gargler.
Do I really?
Yeah,
I bet somebody out there has died choking to death on women's underwear.
Well, I bet that's happened, yes.
Have you guys seen the movie? It's a mad. Not as mad. I'm sorry. Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid.
Yes.
Steve Martin.
Well, one of the great lines in that is the guy's telling him, "Don't see my daughter. Don't talk to her. Don't call her." And he goes, "Can I use her underwear to make soup?" One of the great lines, because he took old film footage and spliced it with him acting.
That's a cool movie. So it's like him with Bogart.
Yeah, him with Bogart, him with, Tracy.
I haven't seen that. I've seen that years ago.
Tracy, Katharine Hepburn.
That was one of his early movies.
Yeah, it's about the fourth movie he ever did. And I guess because he was on either Paramount or whoever it was, they had access to all of those films that had Bogart and Burt Lancaster and some really funny scenes in that, because he wrote the movie around the footage he had. So,
I'll have to give it a look-see. I haven't seen it forever.
An Australian fisherman was hospitalized after being slapped in the face by a whale's tail.
Oh, my.
No, this is the actual tail of a whale.
No, yeah, that's crazy.
The New Zealand
John
Herald.
Evans, do you know what the street term whale's tail means?
It's actually whale tail. They say it's singular.
Yeah, it's not whale's tail.
Right.
There's a thing that goes on the back of like a souped-up Honda or Toyota a big thing that they call a whale tail.
Yeah, but that's kind of different. Than what
I
we're
looked it
talking
up
about.
for you in the Urban Dictionary. Whale tail. A thong/G-string riding up the back, usually while wearing low-rise jeans on a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
You can see the top of her underwear.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's
been around for a while.
Always a thrill.
Yeah.
The low-rise jeans aren't really in anymore.
As comedian Chelsea Peretti once said, a sexy mistake.
Yeah. Calculated.
Yeah, exactly. That's her whole...
This is actually a real whale.
Yeah, the New Zealand Herald reports 2 men fishing less than a mile out from Tweedhead's bar when one was struck in the head. The man was left unconscious but was not knocked from the boat and remained on board. His friend managed to call emergency services, who got the man back to the mainland. Queensland Ambulance Service senior paramedic Scott Brown said the fisherman's experience was extremely rare.
That's got to suck, being slapped by a whale tail.
Heck yeah. I mean, he's like he stayed in the boat.
Yeah, could have spent 3 days inside that whale.
Like Jonah.
Yeah. How long was he in there?
I don't remember how long Jonah was in there.
Well, according to the fairy tale.
The fairy tale.
Whoa.
I went whale watching in Maine and saw no whales. It was super disappointing.
That is disappointing.
Yeah, you're out on a boat for 2 hours and they go, well, we didn't have it, but we'll give you a voucher, for the next time you're in Maine. So, needless to say, that went unused. I had a year to get back to Maine.
So was it called a whale watching trip in Maine?
How long were you out there?
2 hours.
But I mean, the voucher's only good for 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
Well, that's kind of cheap.
I know. But, at the time, my girlfriend, who I'm not with anymore, she was telling me I better take the sickness medication because I'm going to get sick. And she took it and vomited. Oh. And I was fine.
Like the Dramamine or whatever?
Yeah.
Huh.
So that was a fun win. In a relationship, any small win like that. Don't tell me what to do. I don't need that medicine. Oh, you took the medicine and you puked. Well, look, how did we get here?
Let's see. Think of it. So, comedian John Evans is our guest. And we have Christy Lee once again at the SILAC news desk. What else is going on?
Well, on that same note, a Minnesota woman is accused of running her boyfriend over while fighting on their way to couples therapy.
Oh, man.
According to Fergus Falls police, and what do we know about Fergus Falls?
What do we know about Fergus Falls?
It's the home
of Chad Daniels. The woman, Veronica Rolene Gast, and her boyfriend had gotten into an argument in their home before driving to a couple's therapy appointment. An affidavit states that after the man announced he wanted to break up, the 30-year-old suspect allegedly forced him out of the car, then floored it in order to run him over. Not funny. The woman faces charges.
Who are you picturing?
Yeah, that's an individual laugh.
The woman faces charges of second-degree assault, criminal vehicular operation, bodily harm, gross negligence, and domestic assault. She told police she did not see her boyfriend walking in front of her car when she drove off, and admitted to hitting her boyfriend later, but disputed slamming on the gas to run him over. How's the guy doing?
And
Hope he's okay.
And the therapist said, "You're not using the tools that I gave you, Dolores. when you're angry. Remember them? We talked about the tools.
Use your words."
Have you ever been in couples therapy?
How did that make you feel?
Anybody in this room?
And how did that make you feel?
No, but
One day? You did one day, Pat?
One time, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, one day.
Which one?
The first wife, Kimberly.
I think it's a great thing. I've never done it, but I have some relationships I wish I had. I would have learned some things.
I know people have done it before they even got married, which I think is
That's
great.
smart.
Yeah.
Really smart.
Yep.
I know. I don't mean to speak for him, but I believe Jeff Oskey and one of his wives went to couples therapy, and the therapist, was really agreeing with Jeff a lot. And when they left, his wife said, "We need to see another therapist."
Yeah, but you really don't want to run over the other person.
No, that's not healthy, is it?
No.
And let's face it, if you're in couples therapy, the relationship is already in a very precarious position.
Yeah.
So
Usually,
you're asking them
yes.
to sometimes perform a miracle, in a sense, to say, "Hey, we hate each other. Can you help us figure that out?"
I have a question. Wouldn't it be a good idea to go in separate vehicles?
Oh, maybe.
Some people do.
I mean, because about pre and post, whatever this interview you're going to have with the therapist, I mean, depending on how it goes, you want to get back in the same car
and continue the conversation.
Yeah.
Well, ideally, it would have been a positive experience, but yeah.
I've also been there where I was dating a therapist, and we're in couples therapy.
Oh.
So it's 2-on-1. Let's face it.
Wow.
So I had to deal with her, my now ex, and the therapist.
Did they have any inside speak? I've tried the Hindelman technique. And that
He won't listen.
you did Hindelman and it didn't work? No.
Yeah, it got very inside baseball.
Have you tried the minivan running over the head? It's a technique I learned. Oh, wow.
Speaking of that, research indicates meditation can actually backfire for some people. And exasperate certain mental health problems. A recent study on meditation found that of nearly 1,000 adult participants, over 10% experienced significant negative effects. The review of over 40 years of research found that the most common adverse effects are anxiety and depression, followed by psychotic or delusional symptoms, disassociation or depersonalization, and terror.
I don't buy any of this. I've been meditating for years, and we love it, don't we, Fisty?
We sure do. It's been terrific.
Oh, hey, Fisty. How are you? Hi. Everybody say hi to Fisty.
Hi, Fisty. So good to see you all.
Mr. Fisty?
Well,
what pronouns do you like to use, Mr. Fisty? Is it them, thee, they, you, me, them, us?
Or just
he, she?
These nuts.
Or do I call you it, Mr. Fisty?
You don't have to use my voice when addressing me.
I thought you liked it that way.
I don't understand.
Miguel Farias, associate professor in experimental psychology at Coventry University, said that amid an explosion of meditation videos, coaching apps, books, people should be aware that there may be adverse reactions.
Is there such a thing as guided meditation?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's the way to start. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good for you. I think I've done it.
I like doing it while going on long trips while driving.
I mean,
I shut my eyes and go.
Do you have a Tesla? Is that what's going on?
Tom never sits in quiet. Don't you worry about that.
No, I could never meditate.
No, you could not.
So boring.
Well, that's the point. Is to cut your brain a break.
Right.
I do that when I sleep.
Actually,
Yeah?
I was going to say some of the best meditation they say always ends in sleep. So,
and apparently they say it's okay if you fall asleep.
Absolutely,
absolutely,
absolutely, it's okay.
While driving.
So
Not
maybe-
while driving. No.
What does Mr. Fisty have to say about that?
I don't recommend driving while meditating.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Oh, no.
Hell of an act you got there, General.
So what this is saying, if you're really depressed, maybe it's not a great idea to just sit there getting into your head.
Probably.
Maybe just to do a little amateur analysis here.
You know what Josh does to me sometimes?
No, Fisty, we're not talking.
Well, he makes me open my mouth.
No, Fisty.
Mr. Fisty, I hear he takes you to dark places at the bus station.
Again, going into the voice.
Lather me up, boss. We're going in.
Hey, let me tell you about Raycon Everyday Earbuds. Can I? I think I can.
Speaking of cans.
An absolute must-have for fall. That's right. Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. And now they've been upgraded. You get active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity, and you can pair with 2 devices at once, plus quick charge function. 10 minutes of charging yields 90 minutes of battery. Their ergonomic design and optimized gel tips fit every ear ever made with a cozy custom fit. And we received our Raycons here at the Bob and Tom Show, and they're in brand new vibrant colors like blush violet, forest green, royal blue, and classic black for the evening out. Raycon offers a 30-day happiness guarantee. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today. Get 20 to 40% off site-wide. That's right, you'll get up to 40% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
They're the best. Read the reviews. Twice as good and half the price. Those Raycon earbuds are terrific. Coming up, we have the Doomsday fish.
Yep.
We have pandas in the news. We have an interesting thing coming up about the Loch Ness Monster and some cool doggy news. It's all happening here. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us.
Went to my first luau, which was cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. You know, they burnt the pig for us and everything. It was fantastic to see a pig come out of the ground and we just ate on pig.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it was kind of weird looking at him with his nose sticking out at you, but, you know, he was still delicious.
Yeah, sure.
I just ate from behind, you know, that's what I did.
Yeah, no pig face.
Yeah,
Right, you know, no, you don't want no pig face. But my cousin them eat pig snoot in St. Louis, which is crazy. They eat the snoot.
No way.
Yeah.
They do, really?
Heck yeah, they put barbecue sauce on it and eat it. They eat the feet. Some black
Yeah, you
folks-
will not lead us astray, I guarantee.
Because I hate restaurants that have those, you know, named best barbecue ever, you know, and then you go in, it's some old burnt barbecue, and it don't taste good. I mean, they only have what you want, because, you know, I'm from St. Louis. We eat rib tips, you know. And rib tips is like the top part of the rib, and you
they're
cut it in
delicious.
little, oh, my good Lord.
Oh.
Thank you, Jesus.
Lavelle Crawford. Lavelle Crawford is our guest, and so far we've had a tour of Hawaii. We have yet to see anything except for a pig nose.
Well, you know, I won a luau. I won the hula dance competition.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow. You can move it, huh?
One thing I know about paradise for black folks is just it's something black people want to do that we see white folks do that we shouldn't do. Like, you know, go on the catamaran. That's just like being out on a raft with a motor. It ain't safe. and my wife went, let's go out on the catamaran. I said, have you ever seen a catamaran? You don't even know what it is. She's from Chicago. You don't know nothing about no catamaran. And then she can't swim. She ain't never been to a YMCA, learn how to float or nothing. But she want to go out in the middle of the ocean. See, I learned my lesson with that jet ski. They flying around on that jet ski, jumping up on the water. And I realized that water's hard as hell.
It is.
Because every time you hit a wave, man, my junk was hitting me in the chin. You know, so I know what water, you know, it's dangerous out there. And then my jet ski conked out on me, so I'm sitting out in the middle of the ocean. They had to tow me in, you know, and I fell off the jet ski. I couldn't leapfrog back on it.
No?
So, no, I couldn't do it. My blood sugar got low. I just had to lay out there, and they had to tow me in. I'm looking like the Loch Ness Negro trying to come back in. People taking pictures. What they catch?
What is that?
I think it's a killer whale.
Oh, my. Was that your surfer voice? I love that.
She climbed up on the bus, said that I'll do just about anything that you'd want me to. I got tickets to your show from the radio. They were free. I said, you got the wrong bus. She said, I know who you are. You're that rockabilly country singing superstar. And I thought that you might like to have a little bit of company. I said, maybe 20 years ago, in a different place, in a darker room with a prettier face. But there's just way too many fish in the sea, and getting caught with a whale would be the end of me. Don't cry, this can't be the first time you've been dissed.
Oh, no.
I got brunettes and blondes and red-headed girls, and they'll be dropping by soon, rocking my world. Turn around and go, you ain't on my list. See, only the best looking tuna gets to be Star Kid.
Bofa on the front.
What?
Bofa on the front.
What are we talking about?
D's nuts on the back. New T-shirts. What do you think?
What are they going to say again?
Bofa
On the front.
and then on the back, D's nuts. And another T-shirt.
Uh-oh. You're having chest pains.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm fine. I do very well, but I don't know what on the back yet. What do you think? Are you recording this?
Occasionally, I will sing in my stand-up act if I'm talking about a particular band thing. Like right now, I have, I kind of talk about the fact that, grunge, STP is getting back together. Scott Weiland.
Yeah, sure.
So I kind of do a mild dancing impersonation of him to prove that you have to be on heroin to dance like that. And the fact that he's actually our generation's Keith Richards. If you've noticed, nothing will kill him. He's been kicked out of 2 bands because they thought he was going to die, and then he didn't die. He's still alive. And I hear him, and they're like, whatever. Let's record another album. Who cares? I like their music. So. Yeah, absolutely. And I think we can all agree that that grunge is the one good thing that AIDS gave us. I think you can pretty much argue that. To be really, nothing explains the biggest left turn in the history of music like AIDS, because it literally was like one week we were like, don't want nothing but a good time. AIDS, I seem to recognize your face. Pour some sugar on me. AIDS. Me. You tell a generation of 13-year-olds that sex equals death, you're going to have them going, I deny you.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Alexa, how can someone listen to Bob and Tom radio on a smart speaker?
Just say, Alexa, play Bob and Tom radio on TuneIn.
TuneIn?
Correct. Alexa, play Bob and Tom radio on TuneIn.
24/7?
All day, every day.
night. Gee,
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Chick, do you know Tom has a pool?
I've heard tell, yeah.
How many times were you invited this summer to go swim in that thing?
Zero.
Zero?
Ask me,
Same here, zero.
None of us.
Ask me next summer how many times I'll be invited.
Yeah.
Zero.
Why can't we swim at your house?
we love standards. Perhaps get
this
a
is why-
certificate from your doctor.
Once people come over and swim in your pool, they take a crap in your pool. This is why.
Let us
Yeah,
crap
the
in
kids
your
are back in school. We could have a lunch party.
Wouldn't that be
pool
fun?
party?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Maybe you switch today's lunch to your house.
It's a heated
That's
pool,
it.
too.
We're letting everybody know.
That's right. Meet us at Tom's house.
I'll bring the keg.
I got a puppy.
That'd be
Good.
fun.
We'll get that puppy drunk.
Did I show you the wound? It looks like I got bit by a rattlesnake. That's dog teeth.
You know, it's possible to hold a puppy and not get
Yeah, it
scratched
is.
by one. You
I was
idiot.
holding two others. at the
Comedian
same time.
John Evans, have you found that if you get scratched now, something like that, it takes 3 weeks to heal as opposed to when you were 25 and it took 2 days?
Yeah, my girlfriend's aunt has this. What is this dog with the ears that go out like that? It's like a Sheltie, but not. Anyway, this thing was a puppy, and it was just gnawing at her. And I looked at my girlfriend's hand, and she had all these scratches on it from this dog biting her over and over. Some people like it. I don't care for that. I don't need that. I don't care.
They have very sharp teeth. By the way, we have a couple letters I have to get.
I have one. This is great.
Okay, go ahead.
My husband and I went to couples therapy our first year of marriage.
Good.
Got fired by our therapist in the middle of the third session because we were arguing too much, and he said we were giving him migraines. He literally told us we were not fixable. That was one awkward ride home.
Wow.
By the way, they just celebrated 28 years of marriage.
Well,
so
good. They beat the odds,
Yeah,
didn't
they
they?
did.
Wow.
Man, when your therapist says you're giving him migraines, yikes.
You can get fired?
Yeah.
I honestly
yeah.
think that's a good therapist. Go,
Yeah.
look, I cannot help you.
Yeah, you can be fired by your therapist.
Wow. Now that's fast. No, we had that story because we had a news story about a couple. They went to couples therapy. She kicks him out of the car and then runs him over, allegedly.
Yeah.
Seems a little harsh.
It does.
Again, I would recommend separate vehicles.
Sure. And a lot of people have said that. We've gotten a lot of emails about that.
Oh, okay, that they have done that?
Yes, and they've done
There
separate
can be
vehicles.
a cooling off period after you've told the
Correct.
therapist your truth and then she's lied through her teeth.
Well, then you can go to your girlfriend's house.
And that is the thing. Like, if the therapist is a female, you have to consider if it's a man, is it going to take my side?
Yeah.
Female's going to take her side.
Yeah. Now, we met Mr. Fisty during our last segment.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Fisty.
Oh, hi there.
Now, I've been told that David writes in and says, probably a good call that you didn't reveal that Mr. Fisty's last name is Lee.
I'm Fisty Lee.
Fisty Lee. Oh.
You know I'm your brother.
Let's see. Longtime listener, frequent emailer.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about the so-called supermoon.
Yes.
And you mentioned there are going to be a couple more of these
Yeah,
this
there are
year.
going to be 3 more this year.
This is the sturgeon moon this month.
Uh-huh. Or
And
blue
then
moon.
the next one is the hunter's moon. That'll be the super of the supermoons when the moon is closest to the earth, et cetera, et cetera. There you got
Correct.
it. Okay.
That is correct.
All right.
Thanks,
so-
nerd.
Sturgeon.
Well, thank you,
job,
Bernie.
Tom.
Bernie from Kalamazoo. Thank you,
Whatever,
Bernie.
Oh, he is a good guy.
Yeah.
October's will be this year's closest approach. So look for the October
Where's Benny?
supermoon.
Okay, it's a good-looking moon. Okay, what else we got?
Scientists suggest they've determined that classical music is good for the human brain. The study worked with patients with treatment-resistant depression who already had electrodes implanted in their brains for the purpose of deep brain stimulation.
Yikes.
Researchers found that classical music generated its antidepressant effects.
Well, good.
By studying these antidepressant mechanisms, researchers were also able to propose personalized music therapy plans that would improve treatment results.
So you
I'm
got-
a big fan of classical music. Big fan.
So you've got electrodes in your head?
Yeah, some people get
That's
that.
severe, yeah. And God bless him.
Well, they say it's great for children, too, but my kid responded to Leon Redbone. I'm serious.
Well, sure.
Knock him out.
Straight on to John.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those.
Oh, he put him right out.
He was in here.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Was he odd?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's an odd guy.
I'd love to have met
Big
him.
dark glasses, big floppy hat.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he really
Now,
is.
did he talk like how he sang?
And I asked him, he was reading a history book that had been written in, like, whatever, 1912.
Ancient history.
But, it wasn't about 1912. It was written then.
That's right.
About the period before that. He is a real odd guy. Great. I just thought his stuff was terrific.
If you're a new parent, get on that diddy wad diddy wad diddy.
I bet it really is appealing to children.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I'd hold him 5 minutes. He's out.
Now, not to be confused with Redbone.
Right.
Bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 bum.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bang, bang, bang.
yeah, I love that. Oh, I forgot. We have the scatter here.
Oh,
I remember now.
Those are the days, weren't they,
Oh,
Chick?
man, that was heady days, weren't they?
Like, hey, what the matter with your head?
But remember, Redbone was like slang for heavy naturals. Remember that?
Was it really?
Somebody told us about that. Yeah, Redbone. I think Al.
Redbone is slang for a light, I believe it's a light-skinned black woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they had a badonkadonk or whatever. Junk in the trunk.
I had forgotten that.
Yeah.
It's a multicultural show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Pat, I was just thinking about something. We had this thing about the couples therapy.
Oh, yeah.
And we were talking a couple days ago about the sad demise of
Greg Kihn.
who has that great song, the breakup song.
Yeah.
Don't you have a kind of an alternate version of
I
that?
have the bitter breakup song. We can do it as a tribute to Greg Kihn, yeah. Well, the ex got the house and my 401k. What the fuck? She took all the furniture and half my pay. What the fuck? She took me to court, cut me down to size. What the fuck? Now I only see the kids' court supervised. What the fuck? I can't fight her like this anymore. That woman knows how to settle the score. She slept with my boss and half my friends. What the fuck? Said I was a 3, they were 9 and 10s. Shut the fuck. She took all the appliances and left the cat. What the fuck? Now I'm chasing Putty at the laundromat. What the fuck? Now I'm broker than ever before. I should have never called her a whore. I should have said she was acting like a whore.
Yeah, that's right.
What the fuck?
Thank you very much. Gee, a little tribute to the late, great Greg Kihn.
Yeah, sad.
The Jeopardy guy.
Yeah.
All his albums were conspiracy.
Yes.
They were puns.
He was also a literary guy. He wrote some novels, and he was a DJ for many years in San Francisco.
He had a series of murder mysteries.
Honestly, I think they were horror novels.
Mike Hammer was his private.
Oh, that was Greg Kihn?
That was Greg Kihn.
A lie.
He wrote under Mickey Spillane. You might know him.
How about that? Boy.
Yeah.
Very good writer.
Come on right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Remember this?
God, I have no idea why you're paying.
It's Josh's new dance.
Is that the safety dance? Ooh, yeah.
You know, so maybe TV is your thing. You are quite the dancer.
Yes, you are.
For a stout man, you move well.
He couldn't.
No, you're a stout man.
Even elephants have moments of grace.
No, I mean you're a husky fellow.
For a guy who it clearly takes 15 minutes to get out of bed.
Gosh,
let alone
Anybody in the room break their toilet seat this weekend?
Oh my God.
for a man who nearly passes out every time he ties his shoe. You certainly can.
No, you really do move well.
Come on, let's go get louder. Let's just leave him here. Let's just leave him here. We'll go.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from The Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com, check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
In the last break, if you were with us, you know that we took a pair of special panties known as the Club Vibe. And these panties have a special vibrating device that slips into a pocket in the
front of the
most intimate area. Yes, in the front naughty, I think.
Right,
Is
the front naughty.
Sure.
I like that.
In that zone. And Josh put them on, and then Josh, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, not bad.
And the way it worked, there was a button there's a remote control button, and Sadie and Chick were able to press that button. It also
and you talk into it, the sound activates it.
So as an experiment, we brought Dean, our producer, into the room, who's a very fine guitarist, and Dean happens to have a bass. Try playing a note on the bass, and Christy, see if it vibrates, please.
All right, here we go, and we should come up with a safe word.
No, we should
need me to stop.
Wait a minute. What note are you choosing? Are you a romantic note?
Yeah, because no doesn't mean no. When
No
you have
doesn't.
safe word.
The safe word should be chick.
Oh, I think Getty. Getty Lee.
Getty Lee.
Yell for Getty and we'll stop.
Getty, okay.
Chick would be fine. I like that.
And remember, you don't have to listen to the safe word.
So now when he hits the bass,
But then that's not safe.
Tell me if it vibrates.
Bad advice. Bad
when
advice.
he hits.
Right, we'll start out with it. We'll start out with the G string right here.
Is that vibrating?
Yeah.
Is it still vibrating?
Yes.
Is it indeed the G?
Picks up ambient sound from
Okay,
music.
wait a minute.
It's not inside. I'm not
Okay,
on the G spot.
I don't know how much longer we can go. Her face is already flush.
Hey, this is foreplay. That was just a foreplay note.
Dean, do something with kind of a beat to it.
Well, let's see if she can take a low E right here.
Oh my God.
Does that change the vibration?
Yeah.
Does it?
Well, and it's sustaining.
Hey, I'm feeling a little left out over here.
Oh, do you have another pair?
You can't favor women. We do have another pair.
Okay, here's the funny thing. There's kind of a little delay between
when you hit the
hit the chord and then it picks it up.
Anticipation, little anticipation.
We need
Oh boy.
Does it vibrate?
None of the bass players I ever dated did this.
Tom, look at her face. I mean, she's
getting all red.
Yes.
Do you know the bass line to Whippin' Post?
Okay, that's not funny.
No more news today, you guys.
And I did not. Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Now it looks like it's actually painful. Safe word.
Getty Lee.
Okay, there we go.
Now, good luck. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Bates.
Thank God.
I ain't on break yet, so I got to get off before I get in trouble. But, Chick, we got you on speaker. The guys here at work are wanting you to do Jodie Foster talking about the electric knife.
What kind of knife did you use, Dr. Lecter? Was it an electric knife, Dr. Lecter? I could hear the lambs, Dr. Lecter.
This is one of your best impressions. I think this rivals your...
Which one?
Your Jimmy Stewart.
Oh.
And now Jimmy Stewart talks to Jodie Foster.
What agent? What was her name in that?
Starling.
Agent Starling. Do you see a rabbit? I don't, Dr. Stewart.
And this has been.
Can you do her doing Nell?
Dr. Xavier.
I can do that. Chickapay.
Jody. Get in the car, Jody. Please get in the car.
It's not Jody. It's...
Oh, yeah.
No.
See, that's why I couldn't be an actor in a movie. I'd call them by their real names.
Clarice.
Cut!
Oh, Clarice, will you change my diaper?
Oh, God.
Made a boom boom. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I have something new.
Oh, check it out.
That's a hat.
I know you like wearing hats, Bob.
I love wearing hats.
Bob likes.
Check this bitch out.
This is from the greatest racing venue in the world, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I didn't know that they made a hat this big. This hat was actually worn by A.J. Foyt.
All right. I was going to ask who's going to fit in it.
It's a little bit, bit big.
Let me have that hat.
This
How big is that? It's big as a laundry basket, isn't it?
It really is. It's huge.
It says one size fits most.
Give it to Bob.
You know, I
Very
wish
nice.
I had that hat when I was playing guitar in the street corners.
Yeah.
This is
now fill it up.
Yeah, fill her up.
the logo of the great Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Of course, the
That's
home
hilarious.
of the Indy 500 coming up in the month of May.
Oh, that's just great.
But that is a nice
Look at
big
that.
hat. Thank you.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta work the brim there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you mind trying it on?
Oh, I don't mind at all. Let me get the brim set first.
We need to get a picture of this on our website. Okay, Bob is setting the brim, which he's very good at.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of a flexible brim here.
Okay, there we go. Put it on. Okay.
There you go. It's all right.
Hey, what's happening, cool cat?
6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Phone details coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
He's at that I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. Hello, Tom. We've got a special comedian guest.
Thank you very much. It's comedian John Evans right over there. He's also formerly known as the High Plains Thrifter. He and I are opposite in many ways. I get creeped out around antiques, and I go into thrift stores, and I have to immediately get out.
You see a garbage dump, don't you?
It's just too much cleaning to do and work, and I can't stand it. But you're into it.
Yeah, my issue is they keep trying to force the senior discount on me.
Oh.
Really?
I'm 53 years old, and it started, are you eligible for the senior discount? And I go, no, I'm not. She goes, well, it's 55. I mean, it's 55. Like, you look like, again, you're doubling down on this. No, I am not. You know, and so I have to deal with that. And then the lady goes, you know what? I didn't think so. Oh, you didn't think so? Well, then who brought this up? Who started this conversation? Did I mention the senior discount? So that's a thing that I've dealt with for and you know, like, look, I'm not if I am 55, I'll take it, but like, I'm not doing stolen valor. I'm not saying I'm 55, but I feel like that's not fair.
Yeah, I have the opposite thing happen to me.
How so?
Well, kind of. I was at the cafeteria with two of my little girls, and so I like to eat dinner early because I get up so early, right?
Yeah.
And it's whatever. It's like,
well, plus it's your age, too.
It's like 5:30. So, and at the cafeteria, and I'm walking by holding the tray, and the two little girls are in front of me. And
sure,
there's a table full of seniors, if you will. And they go, "Oh, look, it's the kiddies' day with Grandpa."
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
These are my children.
Yeah.
And then of course, little Finn shouts out, "That's right. Let's go, Gramps."
Gramps.
Thank you very much. They find that hilarious. Well, I'm an older dad. It's true.
I had something as horrific happen at a thrift store where I bought a 12-piece vintage tea set, and there's 2 lines, and I take it to one line unwittingly, and it gets to my point in line, and I realize the cashier, one arm.
Oh.
And I looked at the other cashier, and I went, why didn't I get in the other line? I have a 12-piece tea set. And I watched this person dutifully wrap each piece in newspaper.
Holy cow.
But with hard eye contact to me. You know what I mean?
As if to say,
yeah,
you doubted me.
Yeah, why did you do this?
I see.
Yeah, it was more of like, hey, there's 2 lines here. I'm not often thinking about checking to make sure.
I have an arm.
But I mean, impressive.
Yes.
You know, put the newspaper against their torso, grab the thing, put it on the paper, and with one hand roll it up.
You've hit on another uncomfortable topic for Tom.
Double down for Tom.
He people without all their appendages, he really it throws him. It really does. Look at him. He's so uncomfortable.
I think it could throw anyone.
You know what it reminds me of?
The fugitive.
a QM production, starring David Jansen as
the fugitive.
I thought you said you hated old things.
That's the irony of his statement.
Yes.
I told you about that friend of ours that was doing some internet dating and didn't realize on the first date that the guy didn't have both of his arms.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
I don't think you have told us that.
Wow, talk about observant.
They met for drinks. They had a quick drink. And the guy the whole time was up against a wall and sitting at the table, and then they met again, and then she realized, oh, my God, this guy only has one arm.
That didn't happen. No way.
Yes,
I feel like if you had one arm, you would let the person know right away.
Right.
And shamelessly. You just go, yeah, this is me.
Also, maybe they were wearing a parka. You know,
sure.
Think about that.
Or a poncho where you don't put your arm out.
Sure, I have a witness, but
wow.
Yeah, I mean that would be coming up in conversation. I would think. Oh, I had this accident, or
or if you're online and you're posting, photos, you would have a photo.
Or if you're at a show and you're applauding.
Why do you snap? What are you, a beatnik? No, you've only got the one arm. Oh, I didn't notice. Bye.
It's a horrible.
Can you put your hand?
I'd ask for a hug, but
can you put your hand on my breast and your hand on my ass? I really can't.
I really cannot.
One at a time. Sorry, Christy Lee is at the Silac news desk, and I pray to God she has something over there.
There's a new poll out there that has found a majority of dog owners think of their dog as their child. 85% think of their dog as their child. However, nearly 60% of dog parents frowned upon the idea of using strollers for their dogs.
Yes, only 60% frowned on that?
Only.
That saddens me.
I never thought about this because they're my puppy dogs. They're my big sweeties. But I bristle at the term fur baby.
Yeah, I do too.
Care for that.
I don't either. But every once in a while, you'll see a stroller with a dog. I think it's kind of funny.
I live on
especially if you don't know there's a dog in there, and you pass them on the trail and you look back. That's a dog in there. You think it's a little baby?
I live on a walking trail, and there's a woman who walks a little small, like a Yorkshire Terrier or so, and those little teeny dogs, and she has a baby Bjorn carrier for it.
No.
So she'll carry it in front of her like a little baby. It's so
See, that's
I hate it.
sickness.
Well, it is. It's a form of psychopathy.
No, I think the lady
all dogs are good dogs.
Likes to walk.
I'm not saying all dogs aren't good dogs.
That's Baron Munchausen.
But to put a dog in a stroller is nuts.
They can't walk the whole way because their legs are so
They're too little, and
so don't walk it that far.
I'd rather see a dog in a purse than in a stroller.
No, but see,
it's good for
the
exercise.
Shut up.
Christy's correct for once.
Wow.
I threw that in to be mean. No,
I'll allow that.
Christy's right. The lady needs the exercise, and
so you leave the dog inside.
The dog needs some fresh air
and the stimulation. They like it. Did you know
they like it?
If you take your dog for a car ride for 10 minutes, it's worth an hour of outdoor stimulation for a dog.
There's no way to measure that. That's all silly.
Wait, you're a cat person. You're not even allowed.
No, I like dogs. I do.
No, you
don't.
Yes,
I do.
Nobody who likes dogs owns a cat. It's ridiculous.
No, I like cats more.
Have you ever met my dogs?
No,
we're not allowed at your house.
Never been to your house.
You're not allowed
at my house. Tom, you are not a dog person. I don't care what you say. You are a certain dog person. And that's a huge difference.
What do you mean?
I'm more of a dog person than you are.
What do you mean a certain dog person?
You only like one breed.
No, yes. I have two at my house right now.
Well, but one is half the other.
Exactly.
Breed.
Yeah.
Well,
you are not a dog.
Let's not get ridiculous. I mean, there are only so many.
70% of respondents said it's acceptable for dogs to be on the couch.
No.
Yes.
No, that's way more acceptable than putting one in a stroller.
Only if they're invited.
Invited, yes. They have to be invited.
Don't just jump up willy-nilly.
No.
I'm the boss.
If you have a dog that lives in your house, it's allowed anyway.
No. The dog is...
See, you guys don't like dogs.
The dog wants to know that I'm in charge. It gives them someone to look to.
That is true.
See, you're right for once.
65%.
Dogs and girlfriends want to know you're in charge.
Depending.
Well, that last part hasn't worked out. But...
65% said they allow their dogs on their bed.
No.
Once again, if invited. Yes.
What?
Yes.
No. You don't like the dog on the bed at all?
No.
Why do you have dogs?
Not to have them in the bed.
Well, where do you interact with them at all besides walking?
Of course.
Of course. I don't believe anything.
You don't sit on the couch and watch TV with them.
They have their little bed thing over there in the corner.
Little trampoline beds.
Yes, those are nice cots. They're like little cots.
Those are cute.
They're like little,
they're very good. The
I call it
dogs
the
love
trampoline bed. That cot's a much better word.
My brother's dachshunds have those. They're fun. Yeah.
My dogs love them. They have to.
What's it called? A cock?
It's a cot.
Yeah, it's called a cock.
It's
You don't have a dog cock? You lunatic.
No. Spell that.
C-O-T.
Oh, okay. I was way off. I'm sorry.
Let's finish this story so we can get out of this horrible conversation.
You're right for once.
70% are against their dogs being at the dinner table.
No, I like that.
Now that's not on the couch, but please eat with us.
Not only that, but I put my hands through a sweater. Man, I can't get enough of those videos. Those dogs with human hands.
They are so cute.
Yeah, just
so
being
funny.
Feeding.
Oh, yeah.
I like having the dog there.
At the dinner table.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
One of the three.
What do you mean? Are they in
sitting in a chair?
In a chair or on the floor?
No, they're on the floor.
In a sit position. Now, why do you enjoy that power dynamic?
Yes, let's dive
Because
in.
they want food, and you know that.
John, you ever been here? Notice that I'm on a pedestal over here? You notice that? I'm
like an old-time
a
pharmacy.
little bit higher. That's no mistake.
Power dynamic.
I like having the dog.
Well, to want the dog there to hopefully
he's going to feed me. I
get
know
a
he is,
morsel.
right?
Tom's the one guy who, when he goes to a fancy restaurant, likes when homeless people look in through the window. That's right. I'm in here eating.
Do you feed your dog table scraps?
Secretly, I do.
Excuse me, Leonard, can we do something about the riffraff?
Not enough for watching me.
Please.
Okay. So you do feed your dogs table scraps?
I sort of secretly, yeah.
Secretly, yeah. Yeah, you're real smooth and sly when you want to be. Nobody catches on.
How do you feel about women letting their dogs breastfeed?
Oh, come on.
I'm all for it.
No, I'm just...
You know, one guy out there right now said, oh, my God, they're talking about what I dig.
Yeah,
finally. Dogs with ditties in their mouth.
Dog Diddy. Dog Diddy, is that a rapper? Dog Diddy?
I think so. Well, you're combining two
You
rappers.
got your P. Diddy and your Dog Diddy.
Snoop Dogg and
Snoop Dogg Diddy.
You've seen the Indian side, haven't you?
Do a diddy,
I
diddy,
had my feet up ringing the bell
Yep.
before. I really am coasted.
Do a diddy. Okay, now right now I want to remind you about
Ravioli night Thursdays at Steven Singer. Woohoo!
See, I would think you'd be for this, Tom, because you could bite into a ravioli.
Find a diamond.
Yeah.
Maybe find a diamond ring.
Yes.
Excellent idea. This is way up your alley.
Steven Singer's going to run with this ravioli idea.
Good idea.
Wait and
Now,
see.
you know what they're talking
Diamond
about.
ravioli day.
See, I was suggesting, say you're going to present your sweetheart. You mentioned that you have a fiance.
Yes.
Does she have a ring yet?
She does, yes.
Wow. Do you have a date set?
Now, when you presented the ring,
When she finishes school. We got 1 year.
Oh, high school.
No, college. College.
how did you present the ring?
I did something kind of stupid. I don't know if it's stupid. It's just really, again, inside baseball stuff. These little, have you ever seen you know what a personal valet is? It's a little thing you might set on your
Sure.
on your nightstand.
Yeah, so sometimes it's a leather tray.
Sometimes it's a leather
Put your
tray.
watch in there,
The most
or
famous
keys.
personal valet was the kangaroo in Pulp Fiction, and you set your watch on there, you put your coins in there, and maybe your keys, and there's a little spot for your wallet in the back. Well, there's a wiener dog one, and she collects wiener dogs and all kinds of dogs. But so there's a wiener dog personal valet. Well, I found a mini wiener dog personal valet after she already had two of them, and I put the ring inside it on Christmas, so she thought she was just getting another trinket, and I said, look inside, and there was the ring.
Oh, that's sweet.
Nothing too tremendous.
And you know who'd love that story would be Steven Singer, because he's a dog guy. He's got his rescue dog, Buddy, who he loves very much. And you can see Buddy if you go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Now, they're making fun of me because I suggested that perhaps at Thanksgiving you put the ring in the mashed potatoes. And then she has to have some serious dental work after discovering it. But Steven Singer Jewelers, and every day is a sale day because he doesn't screw around with, it's Taco Tuesday Diamond Night.
No, it's Ravioli Thursdays. All you can eat.
No, there's none of that. He doesn't have any gimmicks. He makes it so easy every day. Real diamond jewelry. I'm talking about real, natural, rare, earthborn diamonds. If you want to put them in your little dachshund thingy, go ahead. Make the presentation that way. He's a real jeweler.
jeweler you can trust. He's famous for his 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee. That's Steven Singer. IHateStevenSinger.com. You can check it out online right now. Perhaps a bracelet is in order for that young lady or for that gent. How about a necklace? Maybe some nice earrings like Christy has on right now.
Yes.
Real natural earthborn diamonds. That's the specialty from Steven Singer. All kinds of cool stuff on the website. IHateStevenSinger.com is where you'll find it. Pull over right now. Have a quick look-see. Maybe today's the day. By the way, get that order in today before 2 o'clock, and it's out the door today. Once again, the famous guarantee from Steven Singer. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming back, we have something for Josh. It's the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh.
And the Doomsday fish. This is really cool.
The Doomsday fish.
It's very scary. They've only found, I think, 10 of them ever in history.
That's some Dr. Strangelove.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Is that Chick McGee? Why, it sure is. Chick McGee, who knows that an annuity from the folks at Silac Insurance Company means a retirement check in his mailbox every month. Chick works on perfecting his mailbox opening technique. Easy, Mr. McGee. Don't blow that elbow out. Chick isn't quite retired yet. He's just practicing for it. Because one day, Mailbox McGee will be taking his retirement the easy way. SILACINS.com. Silac Insurance Company.
Hey, did you enjoy those videos played in that break? Check out the Bob and Tom YouTube playlist for more great stuff.
We were reviewing the fantasy date with Ralph and Christy Lee. And interestingly enough, Ralph said you'd pick her up in your Mini Cooper.
Yeah, pick her up in the Cooper.
Take her to a sushi place.
Take her to a sushi place and
ask
some good music.
Ask her about her day and what she's interested in.
And then
a little dancing.
Yeah. That's impressive.
And see when you're dealing with
take you dancing.
Oh yeah, you got to go dancing. You got to let your hair down. Oh yeah. Touch her a lot.
Are you drinking?
You drinking more than me. Yes, indeed.
Well, back up one. Touching her a lot.
Yeah, you touch her
when you dance.
What I know about Christy, and you can feel out whether a woman likes to be touched. You know, and you touch her, you just make body contact, but not like you're trying to feel her up, but just put your hand on her back every now and then. You know. And on the small of her back.
Let it slide down.
No, it's just you can feel it.
No, you are.
Now, let me ask you, a woman is like an instrument.
What would you wear?
Practically nothing.
If we're going to sushi, don't wear a suit. Don't put a suit on. It's just casual. Just put a nice summer sweater on or something like that.
You wear cologne?
Just a little bit, not too much.
What kind do you wear?
I go with Gucci Envy.
Really? Is that you have that on now?
Yeah. Yeah,
Christy, give him a snort.
Get in there.
And
oh my God!
Did you lick him?
Did you lick him?
I think she did. That was nice.
Tom's gonna get whipped.
I gotta hit that.
Yes, you do, Tom.
He's very clean.
Really good.
This is creepy.
I'm getting a little creeped out here. Woo, look at that.
Tom, you look Tom, you look like your adopted son has just graduated college. You're over there.
And this is the one from Cambodia, and this is the one from Africa.
I want to smell Christy now.
I didn't put on anything.
That was hilarious.
Oh my
I was told not to
God!
wear
It smells good, Ralph.
Does Ralph smell better than Christy?
No,
He's wearing cologne. I'm not. That's not fair.
Christy smells like her shampoo. She smells good. But no, Ralph you smell great. What's that stuff called?
It's called Gucci Envy.
It's very clean smell.
Yeah, it's nice.
That is not bad.
Not overpowering.
And see, men have a tendency to put it on until they can smell it. You're not supposed
to.
No.
You spray it in the air just in front of you and walk through it.
That's right.
That is always enough. Just spray one time. Don't spray 4 or 5.
Spray and
just
walk.
one time.
See, I'm not a cologne person.
And trust that other people.
Now, when you walk through, when you spray it, do you spray high?
No, you spray it
low.
about
You gotta spray below your eyes,
neck
Bob,
and
or
chest
you'll burn.
level.
And then
neck and
do you
chest level.
sprint through it real quick before it hits the ground? How do you do that? I've never heard of that.
How fast are you going?
Yeah,
Stand there on the ready like it's a sprint.
So you spray and then you
Otherwise, you're going to have penis in there.
My goodness, it smells good.
Going to hit you right in the...
So you got to move while it's kind of
Right.
I mean, if
about eye level.
if you're spraying chest high and walking through it, I'm sorry, you're going to be
Well,
getting
see,
the voice.
That's
the other
it,
thing
huh?
about scents is that women love to explore too. So if they catch it, and then they'll try to go and look for it again a little later.
Oh, really?
Like, where was that?
Well,
You
maybe
are an
I should
amazing
just
guy.
coat it in.
I was raised by wolves, so I understand women.
Okay.
I understand women a little
That's
bit.
really What's the exact correct name of this?
The pickle dog.
The pickle dog.
Pickle dog.
Okay, now.
Well, we are all pickle dog virgins.
So, Bob, why don't you go first, and I'll do the play-by-play.
Now, Bob, your right hand, you're supposed to put your left hand behind your head before you. Oh, no! Pickle dog down!
Okay, Bob is now chewing the pickle dog. He's about to give his analysis and his review. Bob.
Delicious.
It is delicious. It gets a thumbs up from Bob.
It's very messy.
Are they going to be able to show this on the TV show? If I do that?
No, John, eat it.
It's very messy.
Bob, your thoughts?
John, I shot my hot dog. Right out of the pickle.
Out of the canoe.
Well, some people get a little excited when they have the first pickle dog.
Well, you know, I did, and I've created a huge mess over here that actually looks somewhat like a porn shoot.
You can't blame me for that.
At least I can. I can see your eyes.
Hi, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, Tom.
That's Chick McGee at the Dude Wipes Sports Desk.
It's been quite the morning, hasn't it?
The Silac news desk is currently occupied by Christy Lee.
Hello.
The sidekick chair right over there, that happens to be the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. But what's important right now is that Ace Cosby is in the sleep number joke of the day chair. And we need to introduce our guest, John Evans. And John, I know that as a professional comedian, you probably think that you know everything about comedy. Well, that's just not true. You got to brush up a little bit. That's what this segment is all about.
Perfect.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Chick.
Yes, Ace.
What do you call a camera made out of cheese?
What do I call a camera made out of cheese? I don't know what.
A GoPro balloon.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Okay.
GoPro balloon.
He thought you just didn't understand.
Yeah, I didn't
You should have
understand.
said a video camera made out of
good point.
cheese.
Huh?
Well,
Because a GoPro.
That wouldn't have helped.
The joke of the day brought to you
How
by
about a
Sleep
camera
Number.
bear? No? Okay.
Sleep better together. Save now on a Sleep Number smart bed.
Sleep better together.
Only at Sleep Number stores or at sleepnumber.com.
thank you very much, Sleep Number Bed. Now, our guest, John Evans, is a collector of things. He is formerly known as the High Plains Thrifter. He loves thrift shops and thrift shop clothing.
He specifically said he doesn't want to be known as that. And I hammered it away.
I said he used to be known
He
as
wants the other stuff, mid-mod
money, Chick.
Mid-mod money. He
So
keeps telling you that, and you refuse to say it.
I wrote it down. I was about to say it, but I was
Subscribe to it.
interrupted.
Yes, you
mid-mod
subscribe
money
for free.
Where does one find
on
mid-mod
YouTube?
money?
On YouTube.
On
You type in
YouTube,
mid-mod
Tom.
money. There are hundreds of videos of me talking about all kinds of various collectibles.
What's your greatest find of all time?
My greatest find of all time, I'm sure you guys have heard of the designers Charles and Ray Eames.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The Eames chair.
Some people,
Yeah, sure.
I found their iconic dining room chair wood. It's marked DCW on the bottom, and that stands for dining room chair wood. And it's just this very simple, you've probably seen it, bent wood, ergonomic, very simple. They first came out in 1948. I found 2 vintage ones for $5 each.
My God.
What?
And it's a $1,500 chair.
Wow. That's crazy. That is amazing.
And I found that at the Habitat for Humanity. So big shout out to Habitat.
So did you buy them and then sell them?
Well, I was thinking about selling them, and then my dad passed away. And for some reason, well, I know the reason, it made me realize, what am I going to leave my kids when I pass away? I'm going to leave my oldest son and my youngest son each one of those chairs, because this was such a big part of my life. They know I've dragged both of them to countless flea markets. So I want them to have something to remember me by that's valuable and
that's nice.
Designed well and looks cool. And yeah.
Are they comfortable?
There's no padding whatsoever. They're just bent wood chairs, but there's like 8 layers of wood pressed,
laminated together.
Yeah, it's a super famous design, and that's probably the best thing I've ever found at one time. But I'm always searching.
That's part of the fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really like when you see, you almost think you're hallucinating.
Right.
Like that can't be, I expected to turn it over and have it be some kind of repro and it's, I said, real thing. And I'm almost shaking carrying it out. $3,000 worth of chairs out of the store for $10.
For you, the Antiques Roadshow is like porno?
Oh, I mean, you have no idea.
Tom, it's all about the hunt.
It really is. Like, but it's also the weird. Like, I didn't realize that people do taxidermied animals doing funny things. You know about this phenomenon?
Like a skateboarding squirrel type
exactly,
thing.
exactly.
That creeps me out.
We found
all this stuff is so, I can't stand it.
Well, you need to subscribe to my show, Mid Mod Money, on YouTube. But we found a baby alligator.
Oh, yeah.
In full sailor suit regalia. The hat, the outfit.
Yes.
I mean, it's hilarious.
It makes sense that an alligator would be a Navy man.
We used to have 3 or 4 frogs over there. Remember playing the playing guitar?
Mariachi band.
Yeah. Those were kind of popular.
But those were honest to gosh real frogs.
Yeah. They were? Because I've seen the fake.
They dried and they varnished. And
or maybe they weren't fake that I saw.
They taxidermy them.
They'd have tiny banjos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is an aspect of collecting that is very niche. As you can, maybe I'll get you something for Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah, sure
Tom.
Good Tom.
Maybe.
So weirded out.
Did I tell you that I can't stand old stuff?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
John, the best find I found at a thrift store was a functional talking Dennis Miller doll.
That's crazy.
And I have it in my office.
That's crazy.
Dennis himself probably doesn't have one of those.
And remember, we had Mark Summers in, who's buddies with Dennis, and I showed it to him, and he sent Dennis a picture of it. And I never heard what the response was, but there is a chance he went, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I don't remember okaying that. Oh, that's weird.
What does he say?
Hey, I don't want to go off on a rant here.
Is it Dennis's voice?
Yeah. Well, if it's not, it's very, very close. Yeah.
Very funny.
Tom, do you remember the head shop posters back in the day? The old blacklight, early 70s blacklight posters?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
They were kind of felt. Those...
Yeah, well, there was that flocked one.
Right.
But they also had just some ones that were in great colors. I was at a flea market, and this guy had, it was a famous head shop poster called Disney After Dark. And I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it's a big poster of various Disney characters doing a list, like Donald Duck in the corner shooting up.
Oh, my God.
And, Cinderella or Tinkerbell doing a strip. It's called Disney After Dark. And the second I put a video up, a guy's like, I'll give you $100 for that right now. And it's just this kind of famous poster that I'm sure Disney, as soon as they found out about it, was like, all right, we're shutting this all down.
Oh, sure.
So it's kind of a rare, cool poster.
We are shutting this down.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
No, absolutely not.
They'll have a guy at your house.
But, you're in some field at a flea market, and you don't expect some guy to pull out a box of these posters and find this really famous poster in there. And he's like, I want $10 for it,
Whoa.
And it's like, geez.
Let's get back to the news desk. That's the Sidelak Insurance News Desk, starring Christy Lee.
There's a story for you, Josh. Researchers at Loch Ness in Scotland say they have detected a regular heartbeat deep in the waters of the lake.
Oh, is that right? Wow.
Yes, the rhythmic pulsing was picked up on a hydrophone that was deployed nearly 100 feet below the lake's surface.
Oh, sure. You got to get at least 100.
A hydrophone.
Yeah, Alan McKenna from the research group Loch Ness Exploration
They do
said,
important work.
Yeah.
quote, at first we believed that the hydrophone might be getting dragged along the bottom, but the boat skipper confirmed the cable was at least 16 feet from the bottom.
Oh.
You can clearly hear a rhythmic pulse or heartbeat
Well,
within the recording.
that has to be that of Nessie.
I have the audio.
All right.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh. He rickrolled us. No, I don't appreciate that kind of levity while we're...
You don't. That's not the right song, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hear that heartbeat?
Boom, 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 boom.
He added, we have no idea what's causing the sound.
Go ahead.
Hey!
Joke around. That's
a good
fascinating.
song.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, they say it's interesting, but they don't know what's causing the sound.
Very compelling.
It's probably a disco down the beach.
Uh-huh.
I'm not convinced.
Well, that's, wallow in your
everything.
You had me at rhythmic pulsing.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
A rarely seen so-called doomsday fish has been found off the California coast.
It's a doomsday fish.
Now, what does this tell you?
There's a fish?
Yeah, but I mean, they've found 10 of these. If you keep, I'll shut up. Keep reading.
The Scripps Institution of Oceanography said the 12-foot-long serpent-like fish, officially known as an oarfish, was found floating dead on the ocean surface by a group of snorkelers and kayakers in San Diego's La Jolla Cove. Beautiful area. Institution
Christy,
fish...
that's La Jolla.
Sorry.
Okay, go on.
Institution fish expert Ben Frabel said it's only the 20th time that the doomsday fish is known to have washed up in the California area since 1901.
So they've seen 20 of these ever.
Right.
So
because they die.
So why don't we have a dead Loch Ness monster?
Because Nessie hasn't passed away yet.
Oh, really?
And by the way, Nessie could, when Nessie does pass away, it could be she could have gone through the time tear in time and space that's in Loch Ness.
If that's the case, then
well,
I take it all back. If
there are theories that it can travel.
Time
there is a wormhole down in there.
Absolutely.
Scripps noted that oarfish have a mythical reputation as predictors of natural disasters or earthquakes, although no correlation has been proven, but the fish was found just 2 days before a 4.4 earthquake
Well, that's
hit
interesting.
LA.
Not cool?
Very interesting. They're weird looking. They're cool looking.
Yeah, they are weird.
And they service all the other fish sexually, right?
Oarfish?
Many.
The whorefish.
They're
O-R.
I'm sorry? Oh, the oarfish.
Yeah.
Not oarfish.
Once again, they live so deep where we have never explored.
Exactly. Yeah. We need to stop space exploration immediately and start putting all that money towards oceanography.
Yeah. Doesn't Doomsday Fish? That'd be a good name for a band.
It is a good name for a band.
Maybe metal, but yeah, they're really, really long and weird looking.
Doomsday Fish was actually the original name of Sarah McLachlan.
Who knew?
Yeah, nobody really knows that.
Oh, right.
She started as Doomsday.
Did you say they're really
Yeah, I thought it had
long
been
and
Doomsday
what?
Dog.
And they go deep.
They're weird looking.
I
You look
feel
at a
like-
picture of this thing?
I feel like I've seen one with that description. They're really long and
They're
weird
serpent-like.
Yeah, and they're big.
Yeah.
12 feet.
Yeah.
Well, the ocean is very vast. I mean, to
Very.
think that there wouldn't be maybe a creature we've never seen before
Oh.
is, I think, a fool's errand.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Doesn't the doomsday fish have a tongue hanging out too? I thought there was a tongue. I think there's a tongue.
A tongue?
Yeah.
What?
A big tongue.
Do that.
hanging
Make
out
that
of it.
face again. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Beachgoers in Nantucket rescued a stranded
minute.
great white shark.
What was the real name of the fish?
The oarfish.
Oarfish.
O-A-R-F-I-S-H. Oarfish.
I feel like I'm getting it
Like
wrong
a giant
still.
oar, like a long oar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was like a wedding invitation.
What?
Like
Meat or fish?
meat or fish.
What?
Stop this dead.
What the hell? That makes no sense.
Christy was 7 words into another story.
Doesn't even make sense.
Good job, buddy.
And he just verbally clotheslined us with that.
You might as well have just stuck your arm out.
Next time, just fart into the microphone.
I know we're doing this big lunch.
Meat or fish.
We're doing this big lunch today, and we had to do that thing with the meat or fish. And Pat has to have his vegan lunch.
I didn't know
that's
that.
nice.
Meat or fish.
Who the hell cares?
Man,
Did we have a vegan lunch for you, Pat?
Black beans and stuff like that.
I don't know.
hummus,
I'm not
yeah.
cooking it. I just told him we need
We'll get back there and cook it for
need,
him.
need a vegan lunch.
How long's this been going on?
Special.
October.
Okay.
So
he's feeling great. He's doing well. Good for you, Pat.
Thank you.
It's like $1 million.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Look at him.
Achy all over.
Yeah,
Puffy
so
face.
constant pain.
Tired. I'm doing great.
Hangs out around Arby's just to breathe the air.
So very lethargic.
I have no
Just general
Oh, I
malaise.
get it. I went bowling last week and felt it in my legs for 4 days after. You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
What happened to me? I used to be vibrant.
It's the worst.
Just wait, my friend.
Oh.
Beachgoers in Nantucket rescued a stranded great white shark. Liza Phillips told the Nantucket Current she was visiting Low Beach in
there was a guy in
Skenesett.
Nantucket. Did you hear about this guy, Tom?
No, what about him?
Nantucket?
Anything special about him?
Yeah.
Well,
There was
he had a line so long that he could
He himself.
self-service.
Wait a second. This was a.
Liza was there with her family and friends when they came across what they initially thought was a beached whale.
Couldn't keep a job.
Ms. Phillips, who was from California, said they approached the animal, realized it was a great white shark that was still alive and floundering in the surf. She and her friend Ted Rock jumped into action and gently pushed the shark into the water till it was able to swim away on its own.
How's it going? I'm Ted Rock.
I'm also a music producer.
Isn't that a bad idea?
No, why would it be a bad idea?
Nothing's ever a bad idea.
Because it's a beach and it's a great white shark. He's going to go out there, get rejuvenated, and come right back in and eat somebody.
No, he's not. That's
What happens in the What do you think
about
happens in the
sharks.
ocean to get them rejuvenated?
Eats some lunch and swims around.
They are not
They don't want to be there
hunters.
usually.
Isn't that why they come to shores to find some lunch?
Yeah.
Can I get a hot dog?
Swimmers.
Sure.
How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm Jabberjaw.
Let me get a couple brats and what are those, crinkle cut fries?
And this is going to sound odd, but do you have any mustard to go with those
I did a
fries?
little mustard.
I like mustard.
I did. What if the thing turned around and chomped on
I'm sure he carefully. You want to.
What if he turned around?
There's no reason to kill that shark.
And it's a great white. It could be a small great white. You know, it's not. I don't know what size it was, but
Could be a baby great white.
yeah.
Okay. Sing that stupid baby shark song? No, thank you.
You don't have to do that.
Didn't Great White sing that song, Once Bitten?
Yeah.
That was a great song, yeah.
May he rest in
Who's
peace.
going to sing it now?
Nobody. Yeah. Guys,
In the
all
bizarro world, that was number one.
I loved it. I'll admit it. But I was what? I was all of.
It's a banger.
I was all of 10.
That's a remake, right?
Yeah,
Ian Hunter and other people.
Who wrote that?
I don't know. I don't know. That's
Hunter?
a really old song.
Mott the Hoople, right?
Ian Hunter.
Yeah.
That could be
I
it.
said Ian Hunter.
I said, you're right.
I didn't hear that part.
I rarely see it, but
Great White and Jabberjaw in the same story. Nice work, chick.
Jabberjaw.
I never.
We had a
wore a
story.
hat.
We had a story last year about some guy that had a shark on deck. We were fishing in it just about
On his what?
on the deck of his boat,
Oh, that would hurt.
and it bit him and really.
Well,
bit him.
the guy caught him and threw him up on his deck. He'd be pissed.
Yeah, but this guy, they're shoving a great white shark. The shark could kind of do a quick turnaround and come bite him.
It could, but
it didn't.
good on this guy.
Yeah, and this lady, they did a good thing.
Yes, sharks are very misunderstood.
Yes, I
Would have
agree.
been a much bigger story if the thing had eaten him.
Well,
Good Samaritans learn the hard way.
The way to deal with a shark attack is punch him right in the nose. That's what they say,
That's
right?
correct. Punch him
Don't
in the
you
nose.
learn the hard way and wait till your house gets broken into to get a Simply Safe, do-it-yourself home security system,
nice
Tom.
transition. Thank
you. Do it now. I've had a Simply Safe system for over 10 years.
and you've
now.
never had a shark in your house, have
I've
you?
never, ever had a shark in my house.
See?
That's exactly right. I sleep better every night knowing Simply Safe's 24/7 monitoring agents are standing by to protect me. And if someone tries to break in and to send emergency help when I need it most. And with Simply Safe, you get LifeGuard protection. Simply Safe agents can act within 5 seconds of receiving your alarm. They can even see and speak to intruders inside your home, warning them the police are on their way. You can have the same peace of mind that I and many of our listeners experience. Simply Safe offering Bob and Tom listeners 20% off the system. Just visit simplysafetom.com. Protect your home this summer. 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Thank you, Simply Safe. And when we come back...
I watched the video on that shark.
Oh,
it
good
was a
for
pretty
you,
good-sized
Christy.
shark.
Yeah, it was big.
It was pretty big.
Good for you.
And they said they stayed very safely behind the shark. They were very cautious, but...
Plus, I think animals have an innate awareness that somebody's trying to help them.
I agree.
I think you're right.
You remember the thing about the thorn in the paw of the lion?
Yeah, sure.
Turns out easy. Yeah, well, same thing.
Really?
Yeah, next time this guy's going to lose his foot. The old-fashioned way. Davy Jones' locker, my friend. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation.
Hello, my name is Alexa. If you have a smart speaker and what to hear, Bob and Tom Radio, just say Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn. Now, you try it.
Alexa, play Bob and Tom Radio on TuneIn.
That's the first smart thing you've said to me since you took me out of the box.
Let me see this pair of panties with
It kind of looks like
the cushion.
Yeah, see, and it's...
Is it a regular pair of panties?
God.
Oh, look at that.
More of us could fit in these. Should I try these on?
Can we see your butt right now? I mean,
Sure, Bob.
well, I want to see the before and after.
Well,
I can't.
Well, she's in a skirt, though. You really can't.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
Okay. Do you have them on?
Monitors?
No, I don't have them on.
Well, that's really rude.
Wow, that's your big ass?
Wow. Look at this. Nipper attack.
Like,
Get him,
do you have them on?
No, your ass looks very nice. You don't need to put them on.
That's not what you
That's not what you said.
No,
You
see,
implied she had a big ass.
now
All right, we need a before of Christy's butt. Take as long as you like, Dean. Come on, smile.
now, do you just put them on? Are you going to put them on? Can you?
Oh, remember, Christy, the padding.
put 'em on right
the
now.
padding goes in the back.
Yeah,
now
make
remember
sure you
that.
do it
It's
right.
just like pant. Oh, she's
She's slipping them right on. So, okay, wait a second. No, she's slipping them.
She has a
trick.
skirt on, so she can just put them right on.
I didn't know we were.
Okay.
Dean, get some of that while you're at. Come on, Dean.
You're not wearing.
Come on, Dean.
Are you wearing hose?
Come on, what are you, queer, Dean?
You're not wearing. You're not wearing hose, are you?
Women don't wear hose.
Now, are you wearing? But are you wearing traditional panties right now?
Yeah, boring.
It's Friday, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just boring, ugly.
No, I mean, but you do have panties on because those
Yes.
haven't been laundered. You might get some.
So do you. Come on, Dean. Make love to the camera, Christy. Go for it.
Okay, now she's slipping.
you can't-
Could you let's allow a little bit of dignity. Christy Lee is now slipping on the booty pop
Okay, where's the cameras?
panty augmenter of what does it say on the
Okay.
Okay, now let's see.
Now, all of a sudden, you got those on, so
now she's got the padded.
I'm
Hold
curious,
on.
if you sit down, do you feel the big cushion? Is it like being on a on lawn furniture? Oh,
Oh yeah! Oh, baby's got back. Oh wow! Looks like you've
Let's
got.
take a look at that.
Oh my God! It looks like you've got a huge ass tumor. You have shelf ass.
Nice. So step out from behind the monitors.
Okay.
Let's see what.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
look at that.
she's got baby's got back now.
No, that really does pop them out
It
there.
it really accentuates the backside of your backside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's.
Look at that.
The airport has got like magical powers. Airport's the only place where like you could be on the floor eating a salad. And somebody will come up to you and ask you to watch their most precious things. You know, like, can you watch my back and my kid? Name A. Jackson, slot 32B or whatever, and you just go find your car. And I went there, and 29, 30, 31, and then there's no 32. It just started with another rental car. It's like, I know I can't ask, like, where's 32 after 31, because they might not let you take the car, Eventually, I went and asked, I was like, hey, ma'am, there's no 32. There's just budget. And she goes, oh, we merged with budget, so that's an Avis car, so just take that. I should have just taken the car on the off chance that there was a corporate takeover or whatever. And then maybe drive to somebody's house and break in and go to bed and hope it's an Airbnb. What are you talking about? Like, the Olympics are my favorite 4 years because they give that stat every 4 years about how many condoms they hand out at Olympic Village. This year, we gave away 618,000 condoms at Olympic Village, and every time I hear that stat, I'm like, why? Those are our best people. What we told that kid would be perfect. It'd be good on the land and the sea. It'd be like a first human Range Rover. What do we... How about we start handing out condoms at Storage Wars meet and greets? I'm a basketball fan, and they said, like, if everything works out perfectly in the next 3 years, LeBron James and his son will be in the NBA at the same time. And I was like, no, that's cool. But then I did a little math of my own, and I figured out that in 6.5 years, me and my daughter's student loans are going to overlap.
Police in Athol, Massachusetts.
I'm sorry? Excuse me, we had to beep you there.
Athol.
Spell it.
Athol.
That's Athol.
Nope, it's Athol.
Isn't their sports team the Flames? Oh no, they're the Flaming Athols.
Oh my God.
Well, at least
is that actually? I need.
What
proof.
do you mean?
I need proof that that's a town.
It is not it's the Majors. Thank you.
The Major Athols. Wait a second, I'm looking.
Police in Athol, Massachusetts have named a new canine police dog after New England Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski.
Oh my God, it's a real place, Christy. Population 11,584.
That's a pretty big size.
Nice size town.
Yeah.
That's a big Athol.
Speaking of big Athol,
that sounds to me like
let's get back to the sports desk.
You want to learn how to avoid a-holes in your life?
Yeah,
I do.
Yes, I do.
I do, Christy. I come in early.
Apparently, there is a gentleman, Robert Sutton, a professor of organizational behavior and engineering at Stanford University, has written 2 books about a-holes and how people can survive them. Here are his suggestions.
Pretty easy.
Steps to avoid and change the a-hole in your life.
Does it involve not going to an axe hurling bar?
Number 1, create physical distance. One of the most reliable ways to become an a-hole is to be around them. I've got to go.
I am out of here.
And the Reverend Pat Robertson will sing show tunes with monkeys in hats. It's going to be fantastic right here tomorrow on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Eastern, worldwide on bobandtom.com.
Details on that coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Had a big morning today, Tom.
Wow, I'm out of breath.
Lots going on.
We have our guest. He is comedian John Evans. You can find him at Mid-Mod Money if you are into antiques and
look at his
flea
face.
markets, et cetera, et cetera.
Like he's smelling something bad. Look at him.
No, just it's not my thing.
Yeah, well, it's not for everyone, but everybody collects something. I'm sure you have a collection of something at the house.
He used to collect newspapers and magazines.
Yeah. It's all digital
ephemera.
now.
They call that ephemera.
Ephemera.
Ephemera. Any kind of ticket stubs, anything paper, baseball cards.
Ephemera.
Ephemera. And the reason it's so valuable is because most of it gets tossed. Over time. It's paper.
Paper.
Yeah, I'm good at tossing stuff.
Salad.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, salad.
Three husbands down.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Is it true?
I didn't toss them out. I want to get through. Go. Never mind.
Can't wait to see what happens with this.
Oh, you guys are awful.
What?
You're just figuring that out?
I like Andy. I want him to stick around.
He's going to stick around.
Okay, good.
Unless you guys run him off. You're like the worst big brothers ever.
We are.
True.
Yes.
That's so true.
Wow.
Is his name Andy?
Yes.
I thought it was Randy.
I know.
Is he going to subscribe to my web series, Mid-Mod Money?
Very good, John.
That's all I care about.
He has a lot of racing
That
memorabilia.
subscription, does he?
Oh, yeah.
I found
a
some
lot.
Indy 500 glasses from 1972, 5 of them for $1. American dollar.
Wow.
20 cents.
How much would Andy buy those?
Yeah,
for?
20
20
cents.
cents a
Andy would
piece.
probably give you 20 for him right now.
All right, well, let's get us together, me and Andy.
Boy, time now for to review the history of history.
Time now to review the history of history. August 20. No more August 20, Tom.
Yeah.
We say Vaya con Dios, August 20.
And we play this music in honor of that. You know what this is, Josh?
I do. Classical.
It is classical.
Tchaikovsky, the 1812 Overture.
Well, where are the cannons?
Where are...
They're coming. Here we go.
Are we going to get into the canon discussion?
Not again.
Oh, I know.
Tom contends that there's one guy in the country that runs the cannons for all the symphonies across the country.
There's a company that
First Call. Oh no! It's First Call
He's
Cannon.
backing down.
It's a family. It's the one guy.
You're changing it.
It's a. He's the First Call Cannon guy.
That's what you're saying.
Very busy.
Go-to guy.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the man.
Yeah.
William Conrad is the only canon I recognize.
Oh, William Conrad, the actor.
That's right.
What about Freddie Boom Boom Cannon, Palisades Park?
You are right.
It's a good
You're
one.
right.
Well, that is a turd of a song.
That's a great song.
The most aggressive vocal ever recorded.
Yeah.
Mr. Chuck Barris wrote that.
Did he really?
He did.
Oh, that's a good chunk of trivia right there, John.
Let's see. The first professional football league. You'll like this chick. Formed in 1920, including Jim Thorpe. How about that?
That's why they took his Olympics away from him, didn't it? And the medals, because he played in that league or
Hasn't
something
that
like
been rescinded now?
I think it has,
I think
yeah.
we're back giving him the
he's okay
okay.
now.
Now, this is a really tough one, but I think Chick might get this. In 1960, the Russian commies recovered 2 dogs from Sputnik 5. That'd be a great name for a band, by the way. Sputnik 5, the first living organism. Excuse me. The first. Sorry.
Multiple organisms.
Excuse me.
You ever have an organism?
The first living organisms to return from space. Do you remember the names?
2 dogs?
I know Laika was one of them, but I don't know.
Zeus and Apollo. No, those were Higgins dogs.
No, Laika went up by herself.
Yeah, this is
right?
Belka and
Cousin Larry.
Strelka.
Don't be ridiculous. Who is it?
Belka and Strelka. Did Laika come back alive?
Laika made it, and came back.
Okay.
I like it.
Do we ever talk about the ones that don't?
No.
No, you never hear about that.
Never hear about those.
There's a rumor that there may have been some cosmonauts that
I'm sure.
didn't make it back.
And they landed in the moon.
We are still in space.
Would have been really funny if they opened up the capsule and the dogs were playing dead just to fool them. Hey, Laika, watch this. The tennis ball was intact. They had that going. Happy birthday, President Benjamin Harrison.
Not my president.
Benny the Ball is what they used to call him.
Yeah. Benny Harry, they called him. He invented the Japanese grill. Let's see. Don King. Is he still promoting boxing events?
Wild.
Born in 1931.
Is he?
Is he still alive?
I don't
Is
know.
he still...
Yeah, I think.
When was he
so.
born? 41?
31.
31. Yeah, he's closing in on 100. I don't think he's doing much.
Connie Chung, born on this date in 1946. And didn't she have Maury Povich's baby?
Well,
Did they have a
They were
baby?
married.
They're married. I don't know if they had a baby. Did they have a
They
baby?
did a DNA test. Turned out it wasn't hers.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, John Evans. You can find John at Mid-Mod Money.
On the YouTube.
On YouTube.
On the YouTube.
Subscribe.
Thank you very much. There's more than one. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.